man with nothing to lose. If the devil takes my soul, then God help you. Yeah, I'm a man with no answers. Yeah, man with nothing to lose. If the devil takes my soul, then darling, yeah, God help you. Yeah, I'm a man with no answers. Yeah, man with nothing to lose. If the devil takes my soul, then God help you. Yeah, I'm a man with no answers. Yeah, man with nothing to lose. If the devil takes my soul, then darling, may God help you.
Coming to you from the award-winning Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge, PCA's 2024 Best of Leaf Midwest Cigar Bar, Indiana's exclusive Aladino Cigar Lounge, it's the Final Third Podcast.
Welcome to the Final Third Podcast, live at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Turn 3. I'm Rob.
I'm Heine. I can be Will today, too. Okay.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
I'm Mike. I'm getting situated.
And I'm Scott, and man, you know this
That's
is
all
my absolute most favorite place on the planet. There's nowhere better than Indianapolis Motor Speedway during the month of May.
Yeah.
And we're excited to be here. As far as what we're smoking today, we're kind of all over the place.
All
Yeah.
over the place. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna have all kinds of different things. So
Yeah, we're drinking some stuff here, and we'll
some
talk about that
Indiana
in a minute,
Indiana
but-
companies that make some great whiskey. So
Absolutely. I'll talk a little bit about my cigar
Yeah.
first. I'm smoking the Knuckle Sandwich 57
I'm smoking the knockoff knuckle sandwich.
knockoff.
It looks like a knuckle sandwich,
It
doesn't
kinda
it?
looks like it,
yeah.
yeah.
It's the Trifunador.
Okay.
well, I'm finishing up my
I
road
can't say it.
smoke, but then I'm also going to be smoking the 57 from Knuckle Sandwich as well.
I kicked off with a McAuliffe Medallia.
Medallia,
Ooh,
nice, nice.
There you go. And what was the road smoke, Rob?
This is a Padron 26. I mean,
of course it
why
is.
not?
Well, let's be
course
honest.
it
His
is.
first road smoke was
Are you
a
having fun
red,
over there?
Yeah, my first road smoke was a McAuliffe Red. This is
and then a
this is third.
Murcielago.
No, that was
was Grant.
Oh,
yeah,
Grant
yeah,
had that.
yeah.
Yep.
So thanks out to Grant for giving me a ride down here tonight. That was kind of, or I guess
This
this
morning.
Yeah, feels night, but
Yeah, we're
And
we're
could we
drinking
have
early.
actually picked any better weather?
I don't
Holy
think so.
crap! This is absolutely amazing.
It really is. It is. This is probably one of the best weather days that I've ever had at the track.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be
yesterday.
like, except the wind.
Yeah, the wind
was
yesterday.
brutal yesterday.
perfectly blue sky. The wind's coming out of the west at about 5 mile an hour, and
About
that's
that.
it today.
Yep, maybe some gusts up to 10 at
Yeah.
most, but
That won't
nothing
affect
more
the
than that.
cars. Nope.
I
mean, a little bit.
Yeah. It was interesting yesterday watching, going from one into the short shoot at two. There was two different wrecks yesterday
Yeah.
in turn one because of the wind.
Yeah.
And what it is they go on turn one and they get past where the stands are blocking the wind.
Yeah.
And it suddenly just lifts the back
Gust
of
of
the
wind,
car, and they lose all the grip. And of course, this year they've got the hybrids. We'll talk about that, and that's having an
Yeah.
impact. But yeah, we saw a bad wreck by Armstrong
Mm.
in practice, and then honestly a wreck that looked worse, but
Yeah.
wasn't as bad from Colton Herta.
Colton
Yeah.
Herta, yeah.
And
He
dude,
ended up
his
on
car,
on his lid.
And honestly, I mean, all he was doing was kind of holding on to his visor a little bit, and he was just waiting for it to ride out. And those cars are a testament to safety.
They are.
I
They
mean,
really
it was
are.
They
amazing
said
how much
that the,
damage on that.
The new Halo system that's on there around the driver's head can support a dump truck.
Wow.
Wow, that's incredible.
So
So-
that's why if you watch the in-car video of that wreck, it's great because you see the car flip
Oh.
over and he does, you're not supposed to hold on the steering wheel. You're supposed to pull in.
Right. Keep
Usually
your
you
hands
grab
to
your
chest.
straps, but you're so tight in those, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
But in like circle track stuff, they tell you just grab your harness. And then, he just waits it out and you see all the sparks flying. Camera cuts out for a second, then it comes back. But it's a great in-car to see what
It was a great
It
his
really
encounter.
ride
is.
was.
Yeah.
And that
yeah.
car did his job because, I mean, he went airborne, upside down, and then he hit sideways a couple times into the wall where his head was. And I'm like, that could have done a lot of damage. 10 years ago, that would have done a ton of damage.
Oh, yeah.
In the old
Yeah.
open cockpit cars, that would have been brutal.
Oh, yeah, he would have survived it. So
That would have been really, really
glad
tough.
for him. Now, do you know,
Yeah.
does he have another car he's going to be?
Yeah, he
well,
came
was
out in the
coming
backup and
Yeah, he
qualified.
went back
Okay,
out.
He
good,
qualified
good.
it. Yeah, he put it in the show. I don't remember what he ended up as. I'll
It
pull
wasn't.
up
It was
the
like 16 to
stats.
20, somewhere in there.
Yeah. So yesterday they qualified
Thanks, Mike.
13 through 30, and today they'll have the fast
12.
and
Okay.
that will get narrowed down to 6. So they'll qualify 12 through 7, and then they'll have bump day because there is 4 cars for 3 spots left. And strangely enough, who's in the bottom spot there?
Ray Hall.
And
Marco Andretti.
Andretti, yeah.
Marco.
Andretti and a Ray Hall in the bottom 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never
How
heard
the
that.
mighty have fallen,
Yep.
right? It's incredible. Just, I don't know. I'm going to talk about it real quick.
All right. Well, do you want to? Well, we already got a pour. Let's talk about the pour.
Oh, let's talk about
we
the
got
pour,
first,
yes.
and then we'll be sipping while we're doing that. So, what do we got here, Will?
Well, we were trying to keep with the Indiana theme today. So this is Indiana Bourbon Company's Circle City pick, the single barrel pick that they did. I believe it was last year. I don't know if it was the earlier one this spring or not. It's 123 proof, but man, it just tickles all the fancies.
Good way to get the day started.
It really
that's
does.
for sure.
It's fruity, man.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's a little different to get the nose when you got these wide mouth cups. We're trying to make sure we respect
do
all
your
the
high
rules
nose.
out here.
Yeah.
You can do your high nose.
Yeah.
Right. So they prefer not to have glass. We've only got
Scott
just the
likes the
3
big
bottles. So
Right.
we're doing our part out here, drinking from plastic today.
We're trying.
Exactly. Yeah.
Save
I
the
wish I
planet.
had more of these Way Out Beer Fest cups. I was trying to find if I had any more plastic ones like this, but I only had the one.
That's kind of like a little Glenn. But
Kinda,
that's the
It's
IPA
almost like a barrel
glass.
tear.
That's the IPA glass.
Yeah, so I've got 4 of those IPA glasses.
Yeah.
They're
Damn.
awesome, man.
Well, last
That's
year's they
great.
came out with glass ones. So I'm like, well, that didn't do us any good. So
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Holy shit, that's good.
That cigar's good.
No, the
Oh,
whiskey.
the whiskey.
Oh, okay, good, good.
Yes.
We
Oh, this
were all
cigar's not
surprised.
good?
I mean, it's not terrible,
I
but
can hand you the whole box. You can pick through it. So.
I'm
If-
not gonna hate on Chamon.
So I know other people can hear us around here too. If you enjoy the smell of our cigar smoke and want a cigar, come by here a little later and we'll get you a cigar to smoke too.
And if you don't, go further away.
Yeah, whatever. yeah. We're outside. Come on.
There's a lot of viewing mounds out here.
If you don't like Big Red, then
Yeah, we're not supposed to say that word anymore.
you know.
Yeah.
Big- yeah.
So with the viewing mounds, it's kind of funny. We are at the base of the viewing mound where you can smoke. However, as soon as you step on the incline, it is now no smoking.
Because the smoke is higher in the air. So
Right.
Wait,
so, yeah.
Well,
wonder
luckily
why
we're
they do that.
downwind, so
I thought it was
shouldn't
kind of
bother anybody
weird.
up there.
That is
I mean,
weird.
I'm like, okay,
that's a
get
great
it.
rule.
So most of the mounds around here are family mounds, except for turn 3. So as soon as you get to the back stretch,
Degenerate
it's-
mound.
and all
Yeah.
the way around to turn 2, it's family mounds. In turn 2, at the exit of turn 2, and through most of the back stretch, you actually can't even drink. Like it's meant for like families with small kids and things
Okay.
like that, right?
Okay.
small kids make me want to drink.
Trust me, on race day, this is not where you want your small kids.
No.
In turn 3, I mean, if the snake pit like unofficially exists, because there is the official snake pit, but if there is the unofficial snake pit, this is it. And the last time I was out here for the race was the 100th running in 2016. You couldn't unfold your camp chair all the way.
Oh wow.
That's how packed it was. If you
Wow.
can imagine the sea of people, and I mean up the backside of the mound all the way down to the fence, it was shoulder to shoulder.
wow.
Yeah, well over 400,000 people here.
Hold a pole.
Pull the pole
Hold a
or hold a
pole.
hole.
Hold a
Not
pole or
pull a
hold a
hole.
hole.
Yeah, and this is the turn where they have the concert series on,
It is,
on Carb
yeah.
Day, right? Yeah,
Well, no, Carb Day.
yeah. Or not Carb Day, Saturday.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
no, it's Sun. If they used to do Saturday, they don't do
Oh.
that here anymore.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, the one consistent thing out here is something will change.
Yeah.
Always.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, but they do the EDM concert on race day. So they start at 7 a.m. If you're not already awake from the cannon that goes off at 6 a.m. when the doors open,
You will be.
Then the bass at 7 a.m. will definitely get you
Yeah.
awake. Oh yeah.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. That's all dubstep is. Boots and
That's it.
It is.
That's
Boots
it.
and
Boots and
cats and boots
That's
and
it.
cats.
I thought it was boots and pants.
Whatever. I just want to
It
talk
works.
about the manifest destiny that we had this morning and the way that we arrived in such style.
That's
Was
funny.
crazy.
That will never happen again.
No,
we
it
left
won't.
at 8:30. We left at 8:30. We got here
left
about
at
9:15.
Yep.
And as we're pulling up on 30th Street, right before Holman, here comes the whole convoy.
Yep.
And me and Jen just pull in right behind Scott and the whole convoy.
Yeah, I do a
Yeah.
U-turn on 30th Street to get in the line. I'm like, and Janelle's like, you can't beat that truck. And I'm like, the hell I can't. And,
My
then,
truck's
and then the
bigger.
truck comes right up to my back end. And it's like, oh, it's Mike and Jen. Yeah. It was hilarious.
It was
Great.
perfect.
It
was a
was
great
perfect,
time. That'll
yeah.
never happen again.
It
but-
will not. It will
No.
not. And there is a whole thing about getting into the infield
Yeah.
at IMS. I mean, race day is insane.
Yeah, it's
Like-
literally first come, first serve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
On the
yeah.
infield parking.
Now you do have to have a parking pass now. You have to buy infield parking
For race day?
for race day.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that used to not be a thing.
No, it's
they've
just
done that, like, the
today.
last
and
4 years, I
It was
think.
just yesterday and today. It's first come, first serve on the infield.
Yeah, and it still is. It's not named spaces or anything on race day, but you do have to have a parking pass to get in
Yeah.
here. But then it's still first come, first
still
serve.
first come, first
So
serve.
everybody
Yeah.
just kind of circles and waiting until they let you line up, right, for the gates to open at 6 a.m. It's something.
good
So,
stuff.
Yeah. So for you to be able to get right behind us was
I know, that was
That's
crazy, man.
incredible, yeah.
nuts.
It was good. I'm glad.
And it was only because he missed his turn and had to go down and then
I had
turn
to
around
turn
and come
around.
back.
Had I not missed the turn, because I'm
You-
so
you
good at
would've been ahead of
directions,
us.
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
been way ahead of you guys.
Yeah.
But, thanks to my lack of directions, I did not get the Magellan gene, so I don't know where to go ever.
Fair.
Whatever.
so you were getting ready to get into some of the racing stuff. So get into
Oh.
that. You were,
Me?
yeah.
Yeah, so there was a big change. Last year, they started doing testing for the hybrid. And what it is, it's a battery that is on the car, right? I mean, hybrid, pretty self-explanatory nowadays. If you don't know what hybrid is, then you're an idiot.
Google it.
Google it, yep. I guess I shouldn't call our listeners an idiot.
What's
but,
a hybrid?
Yeah, so so they've got the hybrid in the car, and it recharges through regenerative braking, or when they select to recharge it, it'll suck a little power out of the engine. It also has a 100-pound weight in the back of the car that they didn't have last year. And they get about a 50 horsepower boost max when they drain it. And this thing drains and recharges relatively quickly. Right? They can kind of set like how much power they want to generate from it, how much trickle they want to let go. But it's typically really, really fast because they just go full bore and then full bore on the regen. But they were all trying to figure that out and what it meant for qualifying. Because around here, qualifying, it's the average of 4 laps. It's the only race course in the world that does that. And qualifying is, they call it the race before the race.
Yeah.
Here. So they were all trying to figure out what the hell do we do about this hybrid thing, and they were all losing back ends because the extra 100 pounds was causing issues with downforce. They just couldn't get control properly. What are you doing? You switching positions? Okay.
You all
So-
change positions.
I'm
when
like
you ring
sitting
the
behind
bell.
you. I can't, I feel like,
You're not part of the conversation?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
a
like,
better move.
My face is at your back.
That's why we check all this stuff.
Not that you
before
don't
we
have a
start.
very pretty back, but carry on.
You're-
Don't worry
okay.
about me.
Well,
I'll
just so
fix
you
it.
know, you're not in the camera shot now.
I'll get there.
Yeah.
we'll
keep,
get you.
keep telling your story. Don't
Yeah.
worry about me.
So anyway, these hybrids, they're trying to figure it out, and that's what's caused a lot of the race issues with cars, backing into the wall.
Well,
this
didn't you
year.
say also, was it Ray Hall that figured out the cheat code?
No, it was Herta.
Herta.
So Herta just didn't use it at all for the first 2 laps in qualifying.
Mashed the
About
button.
halfway on the 3rd lap, he starts trickling it out, and he just holds the button so it never regenerates, because when it regenerates, it takes power from the engine.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
we got
here
a
we
flyover
go.
of some Blackhawks.
Hell
That's pretty
yeah.
awesome.
America,
Yep,
baby.
Mike's going to give us a live
Let's
shot
go.
here. Yeah,
Beautiful sight.
that's amazing.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, yeah. That's fantastic. Gotta love a good flyover.
Oh, yeah.
It's always good.
Good timing.
Hey, there
I
you
did.
go. And Mike's almost in the camera now, so. These live remotes are always interesting.
They are, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is fun. I mean, I don't think we've had a better weather day to set this up, and the setup here is nice. And I'll tell Lisa right now, sorry, we had the 6-foot table again, and I didn't bring the damn thing. So I need to probably put that in my car at all times to have it, because this would have been a perfect day for it. So
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
on me again.
I'm trying to
All
be
right, have a seat,
cautious
Will.
drinking bourbon here because I drink a lot today.
You'll drink a lot of beers.
Hey, Jen.
I got
got
my triple old fashioned
Rotate.
started
There
up
you
there.
go.
So
Triple old fashioned.
yep.
Yeah, I typically drink a lot of Bell's Two Hearted.
Yep.
Yep. So tell us, let's get right into a question of the day for everybody.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
shit. What
There
is
it
it?
is.
So, what is your race day tradition? Right? What's your race day tradition? That's the question of the day. Right? For me, obviously, we camp out every year starting Thursday.
Yeah.
And we're there Thursday through the end of the race. It used to be come in right here over in the short chute between 3 and 4 and set up about 9 o'clock in the morning here in the
It's a turn.
infield. Now we chill until about 10 and then walk into the track
Yeah.
because we've got seats. So it's just a little different now.
Yeah.
But still, a tradition that I've been miscounting, by the way.
Middle.
I pulled out my best Mike Bother and figured out how to do math wrong.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So this is actually my silver anniversary year.
Well, cheers, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers.
So yeah.
Silver.
Yeah. 25th year.
They call that something like specific?
Well, I
or are
mean,
you just pointing at
25th
that?
anniversary is always a silver
Silver.
anniversary. You didn't know that?
Boy, you're just full of
He's not there
25th
yet.
this year, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I started going the same time that I got married, so this is going to be my 25th wedding anniversary.
Ah, cool.
And my 24th consecutive race.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say our tradition, early on, like in the early 90s, I went to the race about 4 or 5 years in a row, and the company I worked for had a paddock over just right across from the pits, and they were great seats. And honestly, I've not been back to a race since. You get spoiled, and it's like, I'm not a big crowd person anyway. So really after that, it was always growing up, and then after that was sitting out back on the deck, get you the grill lit up and just listen to the race and enjoy the weather outside. 90% of our weather on race day has always been good. It might be hot, but it's still a good weather.
Yeah.
So it's always been nice just to get outside and listen to it. This year, if you didn't know this already, they're actually going to be, it's a sold out race this year, so they're actually going to have it on Fox live this year. So you can watch it in Indiana and don't have
I'm
to wait
excited
till
about
later
that.
evening.
Yeah,
That's
this
great.
is only the
Well,
second time I can
ever.
remember.
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
so since the Pacers are doing so well, we have a home game that night.
Yeah.
So I have to be at work that day, so I will not be at race day.
Right.
So I was very excited when they announced that they were going to put that
So
on
there
TV.
will be
is
like
cool.
10 to 15,000 people driving from the track
Trying to race to the Pacers
trying
game.
to get to the Pacers
We
game.
talked-
Yeah.
Our security
Yeah.
teams have talked about that. So it's
Well,
going to
I
be
know-
fun.
Are you worried about people showing up inebriated?
Yeah.
I would be too.
Yeah, nobody's going to be sober by the time
People
they get to the
Don't
No,
drink
no.
out here.
I'll tell you, I wonder how many people, because my sister-in-law and brother-in-law used to, what they would do, and they come about the last 3 or 4 years, they park down at IU, and then they just ride bikes over here and park. There's a bar down here that has a bike parking for you.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Go
there's-
watch your
there's
parking. And
bike parking
I
all
wonder
around
how
the
many
track.
people will do that. They'll park there, and they'll rent one of those little scooters or whatever right down here. And
Do
then
not
the
rent a
scooter
bird
not-
scooter.
not-
They
do not do that,
die
they
a
die.
mile from here.
Do
Yes.
they?
This
Yes,
is
they
blacked
do.
out. You're not allowed to ride them here. Once you're in the
Correct.
industrial area,
Yes.
they
Good
stop.
call.
Yeah,
So-
I
so
learned that
bring a
during the
bike.
mini marathon.
Bring a bicycle then.
Yeah,
Bicycle.
actually, Janelle said, "Wow, we were driving on 16th on yesterday morning because we go to Long's Donuts before coming in, and we get here real early. The gates open at 8
Shout out.
a.m.
Yeah.
Love Long's.
Yeah, Long's is a
awesome
staple.
donuts. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. And I go down, I don't know, 465 to 70, and then get off at MLK, right, and then get over from 10th Street to 16th Street, and we drive to where Indiana Avenue basically comes into 16th Street, and there's a pile of those electric scooters. And Janelle's like, what in the hell is all that? And I'm like, that's where they die.
That's where they die.
That's where the GPS shuts them off. It was hilarious.
That is funny. That's
yeah,
funny.
she had no clue, and like that they died, and yeah. a
So
whole
we
pile
know
of 'em.
we know your race day tradition.
Yeah, so what's
Yes.
yours?
So my race day tradition is to join Scott in whatever he's doing
Fair.
Yeah.
because we didn't have like college stuff. Louisville's a college town, but like
But you did have Derby Day, which I would
Yeah.
call
That's
Derby
true.
Day is
Yeah,
like
I
the
mean-
equivalent.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it really is.
but we didn't like
Less
traditionally
horsepower.
go. I worked it for like 15 years, so like
Gotcha.
we didn't like go every year. I mean, our tradition was sitting at home, drinking mint juleps, making lilies on Friday, having a good time. But since we moved here, we've come with you. So this is our fourth.
yeah,
This
that
is our
seems right.
fourth year. We haven't gone to the race, but like we've done all like the quals, the practices, the carb days.
Carb days,
like,
yeah.
We've done all those for the last 4 years. So
Yeah.
I would say whatever you're doing.
You got to come down to the race sometime.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, the last 3 years I've been called to work the race.
Right.
So like
right.
I have been here. Last year I worked with Andretti. The year before I worked with Honda, and the year before that I was working with the NBA 2K League. So
Right.
I've worked it for 3 years, but I
Yep.
never actually been. So
Well, you got 2 weeks from to 3 weeks from today to make a decision.
for next year.
Yeah, for next year.
Yeah.
Man, see, but
I
like
know, that's tough,
The
isn't
hard
it?
part is like playoffs.
I know if the Pacers make it
are
into
doing
the-
well, it's the beginning of fever season. If the Pacers are doing well, it's always going to be this week. So
I'll say this: if you decide you want to get tickets for you and Jen, you for some reason can't go. Jen still wants to go. She can get a ride down here easy. There's tons of people that come down for race day.
Alan will go.
Alan could go.
We'll
he
be
could
here.
take the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to make. If you want to go to the race next year, like, do you go to the race, Alan?
I haven't been to a race in
Okay, I haven't been to the race in years. So we get, I don't know, 25 tickets. We can get as many as we want in our section. I just have to know 2 weeks after the race. Like, that's the deadline. So Mike was saying he might get tickets for next year, but
Well,
then
you know,
if the Pacers
Pacers,
make the
right?
Eastern Conference Finals again, then he's got to work probably.
Yeah.
that'd be perfect.
So then you get a ticket.
Appreciate
Just make sure you tell them half price.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's fair.
So, Will, what is your game or your race day tradition?
Used to be cookouts, and then I met you degenerates, and now we're pretty much down here. We were down here almost every day last year.
Yep.
We didn't get to camp like some people, but
Right.
The only thing we miss out on usually is carb day because I have to work and they won't let us have that
And
day
you're
off.
trying to camp this year with me? Is that right?
It's
like,
still up in
working
the
on
air,
it?
but yeah.
Do you need a tent? Do
So-
you have a tent?
So I have tents.
You have tents.
The question is, can you actually set up tents or not in our lot? I don't know. On Saturday, they're not as like picky. On Thursday, they're kind of picky about that because I don't think you're technically supposed to set up tents. But we also set up the big tents. So like
Mine
I
is
told
canopy storage.
Exactly.
So it's
there you go.
literally, it's the backside of this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like nobody's going to notice.
Yeah, that's right. It's attached to the
Yeah,
tent.
it
so you'd be
attaches to the
good.
canopy.
I also told like Kinsey and Eric are coming and they were going to sleep on the dinette set, and I'm like, that.
Hey, I
shit
have
is-
another one,
Oh, do you?
so we can do two
Oh,
and then
okay.
a wall.
That might be what we do then. But I also told them just get an air mattress and set a couple sleeping bags on it underneath the big tent that we set up.
Yeah.
Like that's what do you care? Like you're, you're
At the
gonna
time
be
they're
going
going
to
to be sleeping, everyone's sleeping.
Exactly.
So
Hell yeah.
You're only gonna get like 4 or 5 hours of sleep anyway.
That's. I mean,
By the time we finally pass out and go to bed,
it's pretty rough.
and then get
it's
up early.
11:21. Let's get into that second bottle.
Oh, I like this. Kevin's on watching. Thanks for the comment, Kevin. Said his
which
family.
Kevin?
Clausen.
Clausen,
Clausen.
nice.
Yeah,
Kevin.
shout out,
And,
Kevin.
our family tradition was a big cookout, and they'd listen to the race. So
Nice.
yeah, that's kind of a typical Central Indiana thing is to get together and have a cookout and listen to the race because
Yeah.
it was never on TV, and of course this year it will be. So that'll be
Bro,
interesting.
I don't know what was going on last night, but by the time we got home, everyone on our street was throwing a fucking party. Sorry, party.
Yeah.
That like the farm across the street, live music.
Yeah.
It was the best walk that we have ever been on because the playlist was bangers.
This
Live
weekend is
music.
all that. Yeah.
So it wasn't
Yeah.
just generator running all the time?
It was not, but now I'm thinking that the generator running for the last week was for this party he was throwing this weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it goes away, but I'm not so sure.
Well, and
But-
shout out to Kevin since he's on there too. His boys from Edmonton, the Oilers, have moved on to the next round.
Congratulations,
He's the last
Edmonton.
one that's got the in the hunt
Yeah,
for
I
us.
think
So
he's the only one left in the mix.
Yep.
Yeah, but if you think
Except
a team from
for-
Canada is going to win, you're full of it.
I'll tell you what, they have the best shot of anybody right now.
That's probably true.
Leafs tied it back up, so they're still in it. Winnipeg got beat by Dallas.
Oh,
So
jeez. So so I got Jen and Alan tickets to go to the Fever game yesterday, and Alan's a super Sophie Cunningham fan. Pass that down here. And
big time.
Big time fan, and
I mean,
He only went
leaning
for her.
towards Stalker a little
yeah.
bit. Yeah.
A little stalkery,
we'll,
huh?
we'll
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
him off a little bit soon.
Okay.
But he was so
Cease and
excited to go
desist.
see her play in the home opener.
That's cool.
Well, an hour before they got there, I of course get the notifications of who's going to play or whatever because we have to build those status reports.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't tell him. Like they're on the way. I couldn't tell him that she wasn't playing.
Right.
But she got injured in Atlanta. And
Bummer.
she didn't play. Jen texted me. She was like, I guess Sophie's not playing. I said, why? She said, I saw her in the hall eating pizza.
She was sitting down there eating a pizza, and I was like, is Sophie not
The
playing?
2.2 pizza.
The 2.2. No, not that. She probably got better pizza than that one. Shout out to No Name, who we're not going to talk about
Yeah.
for winning a lot of money for no reason.
He will not be named.
Okay. What are we
Okay, so
drinking
this
here?
is the old nice.
Good start.
It's laying
Admittedly, that
fine.
bottle does roll to the look at the
Right to
bottom
the-
of it. It's like
to
a
the
really
liquid.
small.
That's rounded.
That's what you
know?
get. That's what you get.
So this is one of the latest releases that Old 55 did. This is Dirt Fence pick. We've talked
Ooh,
about
I'm
him
excited.
a ton. Into Watch
Into
Legacy
Watch,
Fun
baby.
pick. We picked a bottle up when we were over there, and it's good. It's a good representation of Old 55. It's just it's their straight bourbon. It's not their sweet corn. We'll be finishing up on the sweet corn, which is magic. But
Oilers.
this is still a good bottle right here.
So we should talk about Into Watch real quick because there may be some people here listening that don't know anything about it. Just real quickly, Into Watch Legacy Fund.
Yeah.
They raise money to give to the families of fallen officers.
Maybe
If
so.
an officer is killed in the line of duty, Into Watch Legacy Fund will give the family. They try to give them $10,000.
Yep.
That's their goal.
And there
for
is
it.
no questions asked. They don't care what you do with it. If you need to pay bills, if you need to go on a vacation, whatever. Their mission is to try and just provide some level of ease to the family at a very difficult
Yes.
time. So,
Yeah.
IntoWatchLegacyFund.com, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
or is it .org?
Indiana Bourbon
I
on
think it's .com.
Indiana Bourbon on all social.
Yeah.
Indiana Bourbon.
Indiana
there you
Bourbon.
go.
Yeah, just look him up. Indiana Bourbon.
Yep.
You'll find
He's got
him.
all his links. I'll link him again too. He's been
Yep.
linked on ours for a couple. You can look our YouTube descriptions, and it's in most of them.
It's in
because
almost
we
all
talk
of them,
about
yeah.
them.
Right,
Yeah.
And I think this was about what 125-ish, 120, somewhere in that
It
range.
says 57, so it'd be
So
114.
114. So this one here is it's a slightly
grainy.
different mash build than what he's had in some of his other in the past. This one definitely, you're right, is more grain
grainy,
forward.
yeah.
It's also kind of got it's got a little bit of that green apple thing going that you get out of Irish too. It's got a little lighter on the palate. So good way to start the day with these two we've already started with.
It's a little tough to nose out here till the wind is blowing just
is.
enough
Yeah,
I'm
to
trying to
light your
face the
cigar,
glass
too.
into the wind, hide it behind the microphone. I'm trying all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, like
It's at my back now,
hide
so
it.
So education moment. When you're smoking and you're outside, there's a little bit of wind. Just
Turn.
rotate your cigar every other puff, and,
Yep.
and it will keep
Pivot.
the burn straight.
Pivot.
Pivot.
Thanks, Ross.
pivot. It's pretty funky. I kind of
like
like
it,
it.
though.
It's got
I
it's
like
it.
definitely got
Uh,
funk.
3-year, 4-year?
I think his stuff is 4 years.
4,
I think he's
think.
at least 4 now.
And he's in small barrels. He's in those little 25, 30-gallon barrels.
Right,
It's
versus
definitely
the
good.
53s.
It's definitely different than a lot of their stuff.
One of the things I love about this day, coming out here with the big group, big thanks to Kevin and Michelle Lee,
Shout
my
out.
son-in-law's parents. They do this every year out here. I mean, I'd be out here no matter what, obviously, but they kind of make all this happen. All the food that comes in, Janelle just came over and stuffed a cucumber sandwich in my face. It was amazing.
What a nice
Yep.
lady.
Yep, she's awesome like that.
I'm glad you said sandwich after that.
Right, yes. Stuffed a cucumber in my face. That could be
I wasn't going to repeat it, but
pretty
yeah.
awkward. Right.
Likes
yes.
big mouths.
Yeah.
I love it.
But yes, it's always great, all the food and the pitch in here. And we got like 6 tents. You can probably see the 3 on the other side of the gravel road behind us. That's also
Yeah,
our
and by
tent,
getting
so.
here early, if you look behind us, our cars are right behind here.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to park and walk.
Here's
a
our
half
whole
mile
setup.
in.
This is the 3 tents. We got the 3 tents here, and then right behind us you have the other 3 tents. So
Yeah.
we're set up.
We are.
We got a pretty good squad over here.
I'd say we did
I'm pretty happy.
well.
This is really
I think
awesome.
we did great.
yeah,
great.
it was-
This is a good. This is a
worked
good
out.
grab.
Except the audience has their back to us.
Yeah.
That's okay.
The
One
one
person.
The one person.
There's a whole sea of chairs up here, but there's only one
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
sitting in them, so that's why we were.
Cars don't start till 1 o'clock.
1
today,
o'clock. So we got some time.
These are place
We'll be
markers.
wrapping up the podcast probably like 12:55 and be ready to clean up and go watch some cars.
Yeah.
Any,
If you're listening in and you're not coming out here, we open at 1 o'clock, so we'll still be open at the lounge. So come on there and hang out.
Exactly. Watch qualifications.
Qualification will be on. Yep.
They will be on. I was going to pull up who it is that's running the Fast 12. Let's see here. Qualifications, results from day 1. All right, so you guys got to pick who you
Pato.
think's going to... You think Pato,
Pato
is
Award,
going to...
really?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're wrong. So,
So read them in order.
number 1, Alex Pillow at 233.043.
Of course.
Then Scott McLaughlin at 233.013. Joseph Newgarden at 233.004. And then your boy Pato Award at 232.820. Scott Dixon, 232.659. Robert Schwartzman from Israel, rookie,
Yep.
232.584. He had a
good
hell
for
of a
him.
run
Oh, yeah.
yesterday.
Nice.
That
That's
was
crazy.
awesome.
Nice.
David Malukas, who's starting to come into his own at 232.546. Felix Rosenquist, who I was really impressed with, 232.449. Our old friend Takuma Sato, Taco is what people call him, 232.415.
He wrecked in practice.
He did in the it was the
early
the
spring
April
practice, yeah.
test session. Yes. Then Will Power at 10 with 232.144. Marcus Erickson at 11 with 232.132, and Christian Lungard at 231.809. So that is your Fast 12.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. After his Grand Prix victory and domination, I'm going to have to go Apollo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pillow has got 4 wins out of 5 races.
That dude is just killing it.
He's just on it.
He is, and he was obviously it was the last lap pass from Joseph Newgarden last year over Alex Pillow,
Yep.
right, to win the race and get the back-to-back.
Oh, last year was over Pato.
It was over Pato,
Yeah,
wasn't
last
it?
year
It
was over Pato.
wasn't
Yeah, it was
Pillow,
Pato
it was
Award.
Pato
Yeah.
Award. Yep,
I
good
think
call.
I'm going McLaughlin.
Yeah,
I think I'm going him to get the pole.
I think I'm gonna go McLaughlin as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can never count out Scott Dixon. You can't count out Newgarden. They could have a day.
I gotta
And
stick
again,
with-
the
I gotta stick with
conditions are
Polo.
different. The conditions are different today too. So
They are.
These
They are.
cars are all going to operate a little bit different for them, and it's going to be good for them. I mean, there's no reason in the world why they shouldn't gain another mile an hour at least in speed.
That's what I was going to say. I think that I said at the beginning of practice on Tuesday this week, I said 234 and a half.
yeah.
There's a
Helps with
microphone.
the microphone. I do think that the lack of wind today is going to be a big bonus.
Huge.
Because they're not going to have to let off as much in the corner to keep the back end of the car settled.
Yeah, they'll be
I
a
mean,
little
you
more
can see-
confident in their driving for sure.
Yeah.
Today.
I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see some flags back there. Like they're waving in the wind. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not
the-
super windy.
The top
No.
of the grandstands
Yeah.
will get more wind than the bottom.
Oh, and yesterday was super.
Yesterday
Because if you
was
look at the flag
insane.
behind us, it's not even
it's
moving.
not moving.
Yeah,
Well,
yesterday was
That's
crazy.
true. Yeah. Yeah, lower there's really no wind, but
Well,
right
these
here by
flags
the
up
bathrooms
here,
there is.
They've kind of been moving to the east a lot, but then here a few minutes ago, they literally dropped and then they went slightly west. So it's just a really light breeze.
It is.
It's a
It's not
perfect day
bad.
to be out
So-
here.
Yeah, no tornado sirens.
Scott and
today.
Rob, who'd you
No.
have?
What's that?
Who'd you guys
I
have?
had Scotty Mac.
I got McLaughlin. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. I think this is Lisa, Boylan 3448.
Yep.
Says that working on the yard
Yep.
and planting flowers while listening to the race on the patio.
Yep.
Heck
Yep.
yeah.
That's it.
Hey,
That's
Lisa,
awesome.
if you have some of those spread outs of those sedums and the other stuff, pull them out. We'll come get them this week.
I
'Cause we
take it
gotta-
those are plants.
Plants, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got
those
some
plants.
from her last year for the other house.
Oh, cool.
And I didn't take any with me, so she said she had some extra stuff that
Yeah.
you guys could lose. So we got to redo our landscaping
Awesome.
at the new house. So I was like, let's do it.
Well, something we did the very first year, which was really cool, and people liked looking at it. This year, you're going to be able to see it better. Corey Frisbee, he's our guy from La Galera. He stopped by the other day, and he brought Lisa a few tobacco plants he grew up in Wisconsin.
nice. You gonna put 'em up
So
front?
she's got some little seedlings she's going to grow. We're going to have them out in front of the front of the
Nice.
lounge, so you get to see what a tobacco plant really looks like. Obviously, we're going to be in a pot. She might put some out there by the road.
Ingalls
Get a little
sun-grown.
bit taller, but
go.
you'll be able to see what a tobacco plant looks like.
Yeah.
It's actually a really cool plant.
Don't
And
pick it
then
and smoke
when
it.
I was just saying, when it gets towards the end of the season, we'll pick a couple leaves and hang them in the shop, and
Yeah.
then you
Turn
know,
them into some fumas.
yeah, just roll them up.
Yep.
See what it's like.
Well, and that's the thing.
Shoot.
Corey,
is it burley? What?
No. Corey's growing Connecticut broadleaf.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So he's actually, I think he might be the first guy that's ever grown broadleaf up in Wisconsin.
So it's Wisconsin leaves.
Yeah. Yep. So
I hear that's where the good leaves come from.
Kevin Clausen's got Scotty Mac too.
Scotty Mac. Okay.
Yeah. And Heine went Polo.
Man, I can't keep this thing
That'll-
lit.
Yeah, the wind's making it a little hard. Oh, you want a different cigar? Grab a different one here.
That's weird for a knuckle
For a
sandwich.
knockoff.
For a knockoff knuckle sandwich.
It's called a freckle sandwich.
I was going to say my knuckle sandwich 57 is having no issues whatsoever.
I've got other ones too, but there's a couple of those really good crowned heads in there too, and there's a bunch of stuff I have no idea what they are. So
Every time I smoke this 57, I'm like, this thing's so good.
yeah.
It's really, really good.
I still haven't opened my box.
I had actually smoked a few more than what I thought. I think this is my fourth one.
I
out of
had
the
to leave
box.
some at the lounge because if they were at home, I was going to
You
smoke
smoke.
them.
Yeah.
So
That's
Yeah.
I got 2 Warhead 10s at the lounge right now.
no,
Rob's
mine
got
are
the
gone.
Tampax.
Yeah, I still got 2
The
left. I'm pretty
Tampax
sure.
is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are tight. Those are really tight draws. If you like tight draws, use that. Otherwise,
I'm doing
don't.
Le Potassier.
Is it a
There you go.
closed end?
You say if you like tight draws, smoke the Tampax.
Yeah. It's got the closed end, you know.
Well, they did away
All right,
with
all
that.
right.
You got to pull a string on that thing.
Sorry, Lisa.
No, they literally did
Hey, that
away
is
with
not.
that.
We are not cussing or anything.
What, the
Okay,
foils?
it's a joke. Come on,
The
it's
foil
funny.
ones they did
The
away with?
foil, they're doing away with
Yeah.
the foil on them because it's just a nightmare to take them off. So when you try to take them off, they're taped and everything. It's just terrible.
The foil seems like it'd be uncomfortable. Oh, look at this. There we
All
go.
right, Alan Landis in the house now.
And look at Alan. He's got the hard card. What is
at
that?
him.
Bring that over here. Come over here and show that in the camera real
Pit
quick.
and garage
Come on.
pass.
Come show this. Come on, Alan. Come over here
Stand
and show
up,
this.
Alan.
See what
Yeah.
people are. See,
Walk
this
over in
is
front.
this is when you're super special.
Yeah.
Show that to the camera right there. Show that hard card. Look at
Yeah,
that.
It's right here, right here.
Yeah, look at that. He's got the wristband. He's got the whole thing going to the pits
Wow.
and the garage.
He just hit the Shadur with his
That's right.
with his wristband.
Well, glad you
Shout
came.
out to Dennis Shafnisky if you're listening.
Oh,
Wouldn't be
that's
here without you,
awesome.
buddy.
Nice.
That's awesome,
That's
man.
great. That's
Is he
gonna be
here?
a,
Is he here this week?
No, he left on Friday.
Okay, I
Headed
thought he
back to
left.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
He'll be back next weekend
cool.
right on
for the
right
big
on.
one.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. 109th running.
Coming fast.
Well, thanks for sharing and showing
Yeah,
that.
appreciate it,
you're
bud.
welcome.
Yeah.
Glad you're
Anything
out here,
show
buddy.
off.
Yeah.
Heck yeah,
Always
man.
show off.
Well, we got cigars, so if you need a cigar, grab one over here. We got a box.
Rolling?
of them
We got a
over
box
here,
of
so
cigars. You can
grab
help
wherever
yourself.
you want.
Yep.
You
need
can
a
go
cut,
through, it
light,
doesn't matter,
whatever.
yeah.
We're not that picky on this show.
I was struggling for continuity.
Kevin Clausen has 2 Warhead 10s, I'm assuming, or 57s. I'm not sure what she's talking about.
This already tastes better.
Already? Oh, it's Crown Head.
Yeah.
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 Oh, this is great.
And I gotta say, I've been kind of getting into the Crown Heads.
Yeah, and I've got some new. I'm gonna have some new ones coming hopefully here in a few weeks.
was-
Some of their new releases.
You got a
gonna
whole
say,
bunch
I was-
coming in this week.
A lot of
Undercrown
stuff.
Yeah, a lot of
Maduro's
stuff
my
coming
Why
in.
don't you talk about that?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what all's coming, but I do know we finally have the 85th from Aladino coming.
I don't have my Bluetooth.
Gusto.
We're gonna be smoking that one.
gonna-
Yeah, we're smoking that one on the next show.
help you out. Did I send you the song? I sent you
I
the
got
song.
it.
All
I
right,
got
pull
it.
it up,
I'll pull it up
pull
here
it
in
up
a
and play
second.
it.
I
Yeah,
got
play
it.
that for him.
Yep.
So the 85ths are coming.
85ths
Gorbustos are coming.
Gorbustos, I believe, are coming same time. We got some of the Espinosa stuff coming. I know I saw the Warhead Independence Day, I believe, is coming.
Oh, they better be.
And then we got some other ones coming from them. I'm not sure what all's coming yet.
So we probably won't do the Gorbustos again because
Right.
we did it.
we'll just do the 85th.
Yeah,
and
we'll
then
do the
have something else.
85th.
Yeah. Now the 85th is going to be a milder cigar, so that we definitely want to do that first.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So if you want to get the Gorbustos, stay tuned. A couple weeks from now, we'll get them.
Yeah. And honestly, none of us are big
Your volume up?
It's playing through the
60
speaker.
ring gauge smokers.
You're right. It is.
But they're great. They're really good. We all loved them.
I hear it in my ears.
I don't
Oh, is
hear
it there?
Is your phone up? Turn your phone up. There you go.
They're shaking the place. Funky shake.
Gorbusto and Husto!
Kings of the scene. Whoa. Blowing smoke like roulette.
Coming to you from ChatGPT.
That's right.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, so
and-
Facebook, that is not copyrighted.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
we own that.
And if you like
YouTube,
that
sorry.
song, it was actually completely done by
Trey Mac.
AI, right?
AI.
Trey
yeah.
Mac and AI, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put some
Yeah,
words
isn't that
into AI,
crazy?
and that's what it came up with. We have to make the music video for it, though, so we'll work on that. We'll get the images. and
That
we'll do
is
it.
it is bizarre to me. Like I love it, but it's
Oh,
kind
it's
of
great.
crazy.
It's
Makes me
Yeah.
wish I had the caddy done so we could just do a slow roll.
Oh, yes.
In that, just blasting out
Which
the
way did
caddy.
you guys come in? Did you pass by Meekum?
No,
Oh,
we went
man.
465.
So many nice cars there.
Yeah. No, actually, I was surprised. It's not as full as usual.
I wasn't sure. I just saw some really nice, like 60s model Lincolns
Yeah.
out. Oh my God,
My
dude, so nice.
my daughter went Friday, and then my son-in-law and daughter went Saturday with gold member passes from one of their employers.
I like gold.
And they were just sending pictures left and right.
How much does it cost to go be a bidder?
The bidding pass, I don't remember how it's structured anymore.
Can I go if I want to go bid?
You can bid. You just have to buy into the
I want like a Yugo or something.
you're gonna pay 10 grand for a Yugo.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think it's worth that.
I mean, Facebook Marketplace is a much better place to find a Yugo than Meekum.
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't get a sign on Facebook Marketplace.
They
Do you
can-
get what I mean?
They can make you a sign.
We'll make you a sign.
well, yeah,
You can stand out in the guy's driveway and just paddle it.
10.
Yeah.
$10. 11.25.
We'll bring a fake
6.
podium and I'll just stand up there,
11.26.
sold, and hit it
Yes.
with the gavel.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
man.
You go.
But yeah, so we're out here. This is kind of an impromptu location for this because, you know, Scotty was here, whole family's here. And we just wanted to make sure everything worked for next week because Friday we'll be at Lot 6 doing our annual Lot 6 stream at 9 a.m. So tune in
Yep.
for that
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a good one.
because we'll be out here for Carb Day. I'll
Yep.
bring the pitcher. We'll do some bloodies, some Sammies.
Yeah, I think
We'll have a good
Lisa and
time.
I are both going to come out for that.
Oh, heck
next
yeah.
week,
Oh,
so.
nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
That's
Love
great.
that. There is a chance that I have to go to work that night. We're doing a watch party for
You can worry about that
the away
in
game.
the afternoon.
I know. I told my boss, I was
That's
like,
an afternoon
I'll be
problem.
there.
Power nap.
I just won't drink in the morning. He was like, isn't that the best part?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but like, I got to be here.
But it's just a watch party.
Yeah, but we have to like, the Simon Bros want to like make it a good event. Like they want it to be an event. So like,
Yeah.
So do you have to?
I
Is it
get
actually
it.
like you have to work?
probably. We want to put on for the city, man. Like we want to support the Pacers.
No, I'm
Oh,
in.
yeah.
I get it.
Road
No,
dogs.
I totally get it.
Road Dog Villains.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking, we already brought up the Fever. Shout out to the Fever. crushed the Chicago Sky.
Was it
Put
like
Angel
40
Reese
points?
in her place a little bit. That
That
was nice.
freaking call on the
It was bullshit.
It was.
It was honestly only
ridiculous.
they only
Flagrant
called
foul
that because they
call.
didn't want to
Flagrant
see
foul
it.
call.
They just didn't want to see it.
Did you see the post-game conference?
It was a reach
I
and
didn't.
foul at
What'd
most.
she say?
Aaliyah didn't know the
She
tech
didn't-
was on her.
I know.
Yeah.
So one of the reporters asked her what she thought about getting that tech.
And she's like,
she was
"What?"
like, well, that was on me? She was like, I got a technical foul? She thought it was on Caitlin.
I thought it was on Caitlin, too.
Yeah, no, it was on
I
Aaliyah
didn't realize
Boston.
it was-
Hey, but good on her. What,
Yeah,
what
supporting
happened
her
was,
teammates.
One thing, Caitlin's figured out, you know what? I'll walk away. People
Yeah.
will take care of my stuff for me. She
She
didn't
Miles
have to.
Turnered that.
Yep.
And then
That was
oh,
really
yeah.
right
well
in there.
done, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you know what? That's what they're going to do this season. They're going to protect her because she is the star, and everyone knows it.
Bring out the goon.
Yes, yes.
James Johnson.
And hell,
who's gonna be
Sophie
the
wasn't
James
even
Johnson
playing,
for the
so you
Fever?
know she would have been in the scuffle. So.
Oh, dude. They're just so fun to watch.
Yeah,
Like,
they are.
I mean, Angel still did good. She still had
She
some
had-
good stats.
she had a good
You
game.
could tell she improved from last year. She's hitting
Yep.
threes. She's hitting free throws. She's hitting jumpers. And like everything improved from last year.
And
So
she's
it
a
did.
star and will
She
continue
is.
to be a
She's great.
star.
Yeah.
But
But stop your whining and
Yeah, just
complaining
move-
about
just play.
like, just
Yeah.
play. Just
Like-
go out there and let your game
that
do
was
the talking
my
for you.
biggest
We don't need
quarrel
any more LeBrons.
with Caitlin at Iowa when she grew up a lot last year.
Yeah.
Because going from college to pro so quick, she like the first pro game, she had the same mentality
Yeah.
of I lose the ball, I'm gonna throw a fit,
Yeah.
and then it's the next play. Now it's like she plays through every play.
Yep.
Every play. She'll fight for the ball every time. Whether she gets knocked down or she's not throwing a temper tantrum.
Yeah.
Like college players do. Like
Well,
college, you just throw your hands up and you yell at the ref.
Right.
They still talk to the ref.
Her,
But like
her
she's going
statement
through
though
it.
after the game was she's like I learned a lot last year. I paid my dues. I'm giving it back to you now. I'm like, good.
She's
good.
gonna come harder this year. That's
She
all it
is.
is.
Yeah.
She's just gonna come back harder, stronger, and faster.
I don't know with some of the shade that she threw at her teammates in fun, but with a hint of seriousness to it, right? It very much made me think of like the interviews that you saw during the Bulls
Yes.
documentary, The Last
Oh,
Dance.
yeah,
Oh
Last
yeah.
Dance.
Last
And the
Dance.
way that people talked, like the teammates talked about Michael Jordan was like, love him or hate him, you got to respect him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And like we didn't really like Michael Jordan as a teammate in terms of like personal relationship stuff because he just
put
wanted
you
to
in your
work.
place.
He was
yeah.
hard on you.
He was
Yeah.
hard on you. He was like,
Yep.
if you didn't show up to practice every single day, he was going to hammer you.
Yep.
And he was going to call you out in front of everybody else. And so it didn't make him very endearing to his teammates.
No, I'm
But-
sorry, but when you're in the pros and you're getting paid what you're getting paid and you're at that level, it should be 100% all the fucking time.
Shout out
Right.
to
You should be
Should
every
be.
practice. You should be everything. You shouldn't be,
Yeah,
slacking
shout out
off.
to Max Struess with the Cavs for sending a text message to his whole team that says, if you don't want to give 100%, don't show up to work today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
In their knockout game, he scored 0 points. So I guess he should have just
awesome.
stayed home that day.
Should've
Yeah.
stayed
Yeah,
home,
he should have.
Yep. Yep.
Man, but good on them for moving on, and the Cavs getting knocked out, number 1 seed. Like,
Yeah.
it's incredible
Well,
what's happening right now.
I think
so.
Caitlin's also learning a new role. I mean, she's not only the star and everyone expects her to play, she's also become the leader of the team. And
Oh, yeah.
they needed that.
Well, I think the biggest difference this year is there's other vets.
Yes.
Like DeWanna Bonner's been in the league for 16 years. Like that's nuts.
Yep.
And yesterday she moved into third most all-time scoring in the W. So like that's incredible. She's got a lot of people around her that are veterans.
Yeah,
of
drink
the
up,
league.
Buttercup.
I know.
And it's just incredible to see some of these veterans play on our court and in our city. Like it's awesome. Happy to be a part of this squad. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah,
This
it's
is our
gonna be
double oak pick.
double oak. Yep.
Yep.
All right, third pour. We're going to our Hubers.
I'm going
This
to
is
cap
the
it
double
before I
oak one.
hand it over. We're not taking any chances.
Right. Although Mike is the only one to put a bottle on its side so far.
So far.
It's
So
a rounded
far.
It is
bottle.
early.
Give him credit.
It is very rounded. Thank you.
He's just going to start
We're
handing
not
them sideways
drinking
now.
Upside
wine,
down.
okay?
It's got to touch the cork first. Man, what else? This has been a good week. It's been a good month. It's been busy. We got a busy rest of the month, with the race next week, and it's Fever Pacers, Fever Pacers, 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 Fever, Fever, Fever Pacers. Like the rest
I
of
don't
the
know
month
how
is-
many of those games are going to be working, but it looks like you got like a 14-day stretch that
Yeah.
has like 1 day.
So
in it.
they're away on Tuesday. Fever's away on Tuesday or Monday, and
Right.
Monday or Tuesday.
I forget about
But
away
then
games.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
they're home. Friday is watch party for Pacers. Saturday is Fever, Sunday's Pacers, Monday's away Fever, Tuesday is home Pacers.
Yeah.
So like all that schedule they put out, it was 14 days straight of events, but not home.
Right.
So it's-
I
you
feel
got
like-
half
Yeah.
of them so.
when the Pacers do well, the month of May literally becomes Indiana. Everywhere.
Absolutely.
Everything
Yeah.
is Indiana.
Yeah.
In the month of May, when the Pacers
Yeah.
are doing great, and
we
now
got a
we got
rematch.
the Fever.
Yeah.
Add the
killing it
fever
too.
to it, and it's
And it just-
100%. Look, if you're not paying attention to Indiana sports right now, then you must not be watching sports.
You're missing out.
Right? I mean, outside of hockey,
There's more than
Right?
corn.
there definitely is.
Yes.
Yep.
Although there is a lot of corn.
There's a lot
There's
of
a lot of
corn,
corn.
and it tastes
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Corn.
Yes.
It's a salad.
Yes. We're eating salad today. This
We
is
are
great.
drinking salad today.
Yeah,
So
that too.
I didn't realize this, but they have not announced who's going to wave the flag, the green flag, or who's going to sing the anthem.
Oh, really?
I guess they do it either today after all the
Are you sure?
qualifications. Yeah, 100%. Why do you know?
I mean, I don't have like an inside, but like I feel like I saw maybe it was for like one of the practices or something. That
Yeah, they for the race they still have not announced who's singing the anthem.
was Cole Sprouse here at some point.
I don't know who Cole Sprouse is, but
What was Miles?
there's a microphone there. There's a microphone.
I know.
Miles Teller.
Yeah.
Like,
Miles Turner?
was that?
No, it was the guy that played.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was here.
He waved the flag 2 years ago at the 500.
Oh,
Yeah, he
I was
did.
like, you wasn't
Yeah.
here this
and
weekend.
who was last year's?
Wasn't it Adam Driver last year?
Yeah.
Was that last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
So-
he's an Indiana boy.
Isn't one of the NBA guys doing the pace car this year? One of the announcers.
Who is it?
He's one of the TNT guys, right?
I know Tom Brady's doing something. I think Tom Brady.
Oh, that's right, because we were curious if he was going to show up to the Pacers game that night.
Right. He might.
And he's not going to be
doing
very
that.
well received if he does.
Yeah.
So
Hey, we got Breeden. He's driving back from St. Louis.
I
right
will.
now.
Safe travels
Shout
from
out,
St.
buddy.
Louis. He was in Louisiana. Is he in
I-
St. Louis now?
I guess.
How the
he's
fuck
in
did he
St.
end up?
Louis.
I mean, how did he end up in?
Did he drive? Did he drive? He wouldn't have driven down to
No, I'm
New
sure
Orleans.
he.
Maybe he drives
I mean, he
everywhere.
could have. Yeah.
It's not that far. It's 12 and a half hours from here.
Hi, Breeden. When did
Yeah.
you end up in St. Louis? I swear to God, you were just in Louisiana like yesterday.
He might have actually had to go there to do some work before he came home. Who knows?
Well, if you want to call into the show, you can. You just have
Just
to
call Scott.
Call my phone. Yeah, we'll get
Yeah,
you on.
absolutely.
If
yeah.
the phone rings, we'll answer.
Yes, we will.
If you book them, they will come.
Yes.
I always like to give credit, where credit's due, and Verizon's really been, making me pretty upset. I talked about
Yeah.
that a couple shows
Until
ago.
you come here.
But yeah, I will say they
Solid.
are like the main provider of cell service here, and they do a bang up job. We've got
Yeah.
our Verizon Cube out here providing internet and doing the live stream, and no issues whatsoever.
No issues.
So
Man,
that
had a
the-
great speed test. It's like 150 up,
Oh,
200
nice.
down. Like,
Dang.
Is that the new cube?
yeah, that's the one that's
Okay.
like their current
I
gen.
probably need to tell him to upgrade mine.
Yeah, it's
so you use
works
this at
really well.
home?
I did, and then they just decided to ignore Pendleton for like 6 weeks.
Well, if they
Yeah,
ever
it was
fix
rough.
that, because so we have fiber, we have 9-star,
right.
which is, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss my AT&T fiber. It was much better.
Okay.
I have some dropout. It's 1 gig fiber, but I
Yeah.
still have dropout on it, and it pissed me off because it's $30 more.
I'm
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
close to just saying screw it and going Starlink so I can take it with me whenever I go
So
anywhere.
Right,
I've got
yeah.
2 neighbors that have Starlink, and I want to go knock on their doors and ask them how they like it because it's expensive
Well,
to
at Old-
set it up.
When we were at Old 55, you have to buy the equipment.
It's
Right.
like $800 or something.
Yeah,
right?
to-
The mobile ones, I think, $5.99 or $6.99, and then the residential one, if you want it permanent placement, is I think $8.99. So
But
you
the
pay that
monthly's
up
like
front,
$100 though.
and it's like $100 a
Yeah,
month.
so
yeah. I mean, it's not cheap.
But if you
even
do the
service-wise.
$6.99 mobile,
Yeah.
mount it to your house, and then when you leave and go on vacation or whether you
Yeah.
take it with you,
Yeah. Yeah,
especially
that's
on your
great.
camper or whatever down here, and then you've got, 1 terabyte of, whatever.
1 gigahertz
Yeah.
watts of mechanism
Yeah.
internet.
But you've got that,
power.
as long as you've got, a view of the sky, you have signal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Until it rains.
I'm this close to just pulling the trigger on that.
Yeah.
Well, even when it rains, it doesn't matter as long as it's not like super thick clouds.
Right.
But I
Well-
think they've kind of gotten away from, gotten into that where it's a little bit better than old school satellite.
I forgot
Yeah,
how
it doesn't
tasty
work
this
like
was, Rob.
that. Yeah.
This is good stuff. I forgot how good this one was.
Yeah, but when we were with Dirk
Oh,
at
the
Old
Starlight?
55,
Yeah.
that's what we were using.
What
Right.
Starlink?
He had a Starlink setup out there at the
Jason did.
at the distillery,
Nice.
and that's what we used for the
podcast
production.
Yeah, and we did live, and it worked.
It looked good. I mean, I watched it. I didn't
Yeah.
go to that one, but I
was
watched
solid.
it. It was good.
Yep,
It was nice.
it was nice.
We didn't mess it up.
I like when it works.
We tried to mess it up, but we couldn't.
Yeah, I've just looked on here, and it's not nowhere I can find so far on their website does it say anything of where they've announced who's.
How much does this cost?
We
I
don't
got
do
into
prices
that.
online.
I got into that. It
Cost
was
money?
the equipment was free,
Yeah.
and I got 10-year guaranteed, $25 a month,
Dollars?
$25
Yeah, I don't have
for
that.
10 years.
Ours isn't that cheap, but
It was
What?
crazy, dude.
How'd
That's why
you
we
do
didn't.
that?
That's why we didn't cancel it.
Yeah.
So I went and got a T-Mobile, and it's similar. It's a different size box, but the T-Mobile's like 45 or 50, and that's 25. So now I'm going to see if I can find like a load balance router.
Are you like grandfathered into the 1998
They did
price?
no, they did a special when they were launching and trying to get like they upgraded all their towers.
Say, feel like last time I looked, it was
Yeah, I think
Still
it's a
like
bit more.
80
it
bucks.
was an initial thing.
I think it's like 40 or 45 now.
Yeah. Well, when T-Mobile acquired Sprint, they did a lot of promotional stuff to get more people in because they acquired all the Sprint towers and revamped them.
I miss Sprint.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of miss Sprint too.
Yeah.
But I live in a
I
in
love
an
Sprint.
area of the Indiana where there's a black hole of cellular service.
I miss
and
Nextel.
nobody works.
I had Nextel back in the day.
The push to
you
talk.
know, the push to talk. Yeah.
You know, CBs still work.
I know, but it's kind of
Who was
crazy
it?
that like you could have an app that could do push to talk. It'd be nothing. Like it costs nothing, right?
My
but
grandmother.
nobody does it anymore. It's like
Yeah.
it's just not a thing.
My grandmother worked for IBM and then Bell South back in the day.
nice.
So she always had like the latest and greatest phone services, but then retired in like 95.
right
so-
before phones really.
Yeah, right
before-
before they took off.
Yeah.
They kind of morphed into.
Right before
Yeah.
the StarTAC took off.
yeah. Start
So
She missed the Nokia playing
Yeah.
Snake on your phone.
You know, back when graphics were awesome.
Yeah.
They were awesome.
Yeah.
8-bit baby.
I was
yeah.
awesome at that Snake game. I totally kicked ass.
I could kill on that on the TI-83 Plus.
There you go. Yeah.
What I should. This is why I don't know math very well. 'cause
The
I was-
graphing calculator,
I was
you were
too
just
busy.
playing Snake instead.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to the point where I could program one of those calculators for blackjack. And like, I mean, it took me like 20 minutes to write the program.
Heaven forbid
Yeah.
I take my SATs and it dies on me.
Yeah.
Right? Did that happen?
It did. I got a better score that time though. I pretty much just skipped the math section because my calculator
awesome.
died. The first time I took, I got like a 16 or something, and then I tried really hard that time, and the
Okay.
second time my calculator died, and I got like a 23,
Okay.
and I was like, that taught me like not try very hard.
Okay.
So like that.
It's kind of promising.
Set
Yeah,
up the rest
that
of your
ruined
life.
it. Yeah, that ruined it. So it set me up for the rest of my life to
Shout
not
out to
try
the
very
real
hard.
heroes out here.
I know. I was going to say the same thing. Our yellow shirts. I see our guy up here up top.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here,
Right
buddy.
here.
Here, bud.
Hey, thank you so much for all you guys
Cheers,
do
buddy.
out here. Our yellow shirts are always taking care of us. They're
Hell
keeping
yeah.
everybody safe. Yeah, they're awesome. Love seeing the yellow shirts out here.
Yep.
I saw you earlier this week. I was out here on Tuesday, and we were talking here on the mound, and he was making sure I didn't walk up the mound to smoke my cigar.
Yep.
That's fair. We had a little conversation about the cigar smoking, but it was that's
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
And about every day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It is.
Get into this hollow ground. I tell you, we enjoy you guys so much. You take care of us like you would for the league. I gained 10 pounds.
Yeah.
What was the guy last year that had the knife and fork on his
Oh, right on his
on his lapel tag?
That's a good idea. Yeah. A lot of the yellow shirts they eat well out here. Always.
Able to drink while I was doing it.
Yeah, that'd be better. Yeah.
Hey, well, we can pan this camera away, and if you want to sample in, we never saw you.
We got some good bourbon here. Yeah.
When the shirt comes off the end of the day, that's when
Oh,
There you go.
that's
We'll
right,
probably still be
that's
here.
right.
So,
So here. Yeah. Stop by.
Well, it's going to
Love
be
it,
a
brother.
long day. You take care of yourself out there. Absolutely.
works real good with that.
Whiskey does. Yep. We'll switch to beer, and then we'll be okay.
yeah, it's got water in it.
Well, I got my eyes on you guys.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Cheers,
much.
Appreciate you, brother.
That's why we stay at the bottom of the hill. We don't have to worry about rolling down.
That's true. That's true.
Breeden, if you're still on there, call Scotty.
Whose number can I call? You know you call Scott. His
Scotty
phone's always
D.
on the
Call
board.
Scotty D.
Yep, call Scott.
Man, I have a really black hair on my knuckles.
Why
Look
was
at
he
that. That's weird.
texting?
He was on the
He-
chat
on the
saying,
chat.
"What number do I call?"
Oh, whose number? It's me.
Call Scotty D.
Yeah.
If it rings, we'll answer.
You've got my number. You know it.
Just call.
Hey, just give your phone number out on the.
Right? That's yeah.
It's
You know,
555.
That's the thing, though, is I've always got my number out there. It's yeah, all the time. Like every single email that I send has my phone number on it. My company tried to give me a corporate cell phone, and I did take it because it's the only way I can get my corporate email now. But I don't use that. Oh, here we go. Here's Will.
For a good
All
time,
right.
I
call
gotta push it
1.
up here. Will, are you with us? Let me see if I got you connected to the. Oh, you're not on.
Put 'em on the
So
Bluetooth.
hang on. I'm gonna get this. I'm not sure why it's not on Bluetooth.
Scott's first phone, everyone.
Yep.
Right, my first phone. Just hang with me, Will.
That's
oh,
all
Here
right.
we go.
We know a couple of IT guys that can help you
Will,
out.
are you there?
Am I lucky caller 7?
Yay! You win.
If you show up in the next 10 minutes, you get a pour of bourbon.
Drive really fast.
Yeah, you're on the Final Third
What's up,
Cigar and
guys?
Whiskey Lounge Wacky Show in the morning.
I can't reach any of the buttons.
All right, please hold. We got to do weather and traffic on the 7s. Hold on.
Yes.
So, Will, what are you doing? You were in New Orleans this week, and now all of a sudden you're driving back from St. Louis. What's that all about?
Yeah, my daughter just got out of
What
school,
happened to-
so I'm picking her up. Yeah, bringing her back.
Oh, nice.
That's great. That's great.
That's all you.
Well, we miss you out here. You would have loved been out here today, man. It's absolutely perfect day.
I mean, I'm driving back. The weather is absolutely beautiful. I'm jealous of you guys today. You gotta be loving that.
It's great.
It's awesome, man. We miss you.
I get to be Will today, so I'm not mad.
That's true. Yeah. Rob and I
You're
are,
always Will, man.
You're always Will, man.
Rob and I are here smoking our 57s,
Oh, yeah.
so that
Yeah.
always makes it an even better day. Yep. Had to get a good cigar to start off with.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
I think we're going to sample a bunch of stuff in Rob's case of mysteries.
Yeah.
It's a lot of mystery.
So this goes back
What
to our
was the,
conversation last week of what are you smoking when you're drinking a lot?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Hey, actually, Will, while we got you here,
Yeah,
we
get
had
Will
a-
the question
we
of
had a
the day.
question of the day. The question of the
Okay.
day was, what is your race day tradition?
My race day tradition is usually just chilling out at home and watching it on whatever feed I can find it on. I mean, whether that's the radio or television. Yeah, just chilling, cooking out hamburgers, hot dogs, drinking some beer, having a good day.
Absolutely. That seems to be kind of the common thread for most people. I know some throw some big parties, and some people, try to. I remember when I was a kid, we'd go up to some friends' houses up in Marion because they were far enough north that they got it out of like Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
And so you could watch it on TV.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it didn't have to be the radio, but yeah, if you're in town, it was radio only. You did hear that the race is a sellout. The grandstands have sold out, and they lifted the blackout.
I did. I'm excited about that.
Absolutely, get to actually watch it on
Look
TV.
who's catching up.
And then I don't know if you paid attention to where we're at with the top 12, but you got anybody that would be your pick for winning the poll today?
Where's Newgarden at? Is he up there?
He is. He got third in the speed chart yesterday, just above Pato Award.
I don't know, man. I'd probably hang with him.
Yep.
That's fair.
Yep.
Newgarden, yeah.
Newgarden's a solid pick. He would actually probably be my pick for winning the race. I did bet on Pelot. He's won 4 out of 5 races this year, so
It's
it was
kinda hard
hard not
not
to pick
to.
him.
Let me
Yeah.
pull mine up because I don't remember who. I put some money on a couple of them.
Did you?
Yeah, that is my face. I cut my beard yesterday. My Face ID doesn't recognize me anymore. Oh, I put $5 on Pato to win. So
And that's not a bad bet. Pato's a strong driver.
Yeah.
Well, and this race proves a long time that it's strategy can win the race as opposed to speed.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times
More-
has
more than
somebody
not.
came out of nowhere on a good pit strategy or fuel consumption strategy or whatever?
How about the last rookie to win? Anybody?
1973.
No, it was wasn't it right before?
Oh, I'm thinking. Never mind.
It was right before the pandemic, wasn't it? It was
I was thinking it was right around.
I heard somebody yell it. There you
Rossi.
go. Yeah,
Rossi,
it was
okay.
Alexander
Rossi.
Rossi.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he won
That's
in
right.
his rookie year in 2016. It was the
16.
100th running, and he won on fuel strategy, which
Yep.
I love that because the first running was won by Ray Haroon, and he was actually retired and came out of retirement to run the 500. He had been a race car driver for a little over a decade, like running at the very beginning of cars, right? And
He probably likes champagne too.
he'd run in 1909 when the racetrack was built, and it was crushed rock and tar before they canceled because they've had 4 racers die, and they finally canceled all the races. And he said, look, with that track, that style, and these cars, if we can run 75 miles an hour all day, we will win this race. And he was just over 74 mile an hour average.
Yep.
And won the race. That was like fuel and speed strategy. He wasn't out there trying to run as fast as he could. He said, we need to hit this mark. Did it and won the race. And 100 years, 100 runnings later, a little over 100 years, in 2016, you have Alexander Rossi, who literally crosses the finish line, gets around the first turn, and
It runs out of fuel.
it runs out of gas.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah, Rossi's a big bourbon guy.
Is he really?
Well, we got to
He
get him
sure
out.
is, man.
Well, let him know where we're at.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe,
you
got
probably
some
have his number. You know,
Yeah, text him for us, Will.
No, I don't.
Well, call Minnick and put your people on it.
Man. Yeah, get your connections
Get that
going.
ascot to work.
Maybe in the off season, if we could get Rossi out to the lounge, that'd be fantastic.
be
I don't
cool.
know if he lives here local or not.
I have no idea.
I thought he did.
We've got a couple of local guys.
Oh, most of them.
Yeah.
Honestly, most
Yeah.
of them. I mean, they
I
usually
mean,
have a
New
couple,
Zealand's not very close. And
right, but Scott Dixon lives here.
yeah.
He lives in Carmel. I know that because we were at the sandwich shop at the same time.
Yeah.
Scott sits outside his house.
Yeah.
Right. No, it wasn't that.
Scott went to the same sandwich shop for 3 months waiting to see him there.
No, but have I told that story to you guys, but I don't think I've told it on the show before.
I don't think you have.
I don't think I have. So this is, I don't know.
All right, story
probably
time.
7 or 8 years ago, I'm working in Carmel, and there was this sandwich shop. I don't remember, it's not there anymore, but they had a great pepper relish. And I go in, and I'm like, there's a guy in front of me. I'm like, I think that's Scott Dixon. So you would give your first name and your first initial, the first initial of your last name, so they could call that when your sandwich was ready.
So there's 2 Scotty D's.
Yeah.
There's 2 Scott D's. Exactly. So they say Scott, and he goes up, and I go up.
You should have ate his sandwich.
Right? And they go, Scott D, and I'm like, we're
Yeah.
both Scott D. And finally they call it what the sandwich type is, and he gets his, and he's, getting napkins, and we're about ready to walk out the door, and I get my sandwich. And I'm like, man, you look really familiar. And he's opening up the door, and he turns, he goes, yeah, I race cars. And as he
Close
says,
up.
I race cars, he does this with his sandwich in his hand. He acts like he's racing the car, like he's driving the car with the steering wheel, which is just the funniest thing because I'm like, dude, you're an Indy 500 champion. You're like a
vroom.
3-time IndyCar champion.
Yeah.
And he's like, I race cars. It was great, man. It
I
was-
go real fast.
Yeah,
I'm a race car driver.
And all these race car drivers are typically pretty small guys, right? They're short.
Yeah.
And you don't get too many of them that are real tall. Like Will Power's pretty tall for a race car driver. I think he's over 6 foot, but most of them are, 5'6",
Yeah.
5'7".
Well, and if you don't know, when you drive these cars, you're almost laying down.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
you're completely
You know what?
stretched out.
The only thing that made that story better, Scott, was if you guys got the same exact sandwich.
Right? I know. Like, well, I guess you paid for yours first. And
Like, no, this one's mine. No, this one's yours.
I'm like, who the hell do you think you are? Scott Dixon, Indy 500 champion?
No.
Get out of my way.
Do you know how much I drink?
He said, do you know how many sandwiches I eat?
I did love that sandwich shop, man. I wish I could remember what the name of it was.
So
It
while
was
we're
really
talking
good.
about food, and that brings up my chuckle at myself yesterday, because Jen told me I had to tell us on the show. So, Will, do you remember the show Matilda, or the movie Matilda?
Yeah. Do you have
Yeah.
the big chocolate?
Yeah.
Chocolate
so-
cake?
the big chocolate cake.
I did not have chocolate cake, but I got my hair trimmed yesterday. I got my beard trimmed up a little bit, and I'm looking in the mirror in the bathroom at work, washing my hand, and I just started chuckling as I walked out. And I turned around, and I looked again, and I laughed at myself. I had to call Jen immediately. She was like, "What's so funny?" I was like, "I looked in the mirror, and with my haircut and my beard the way it is, I feel like I look like Augustus Gloop." And she went along with it. But I was thinking of Brucey.
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 Go, Brucey.
You
can
do it. Gloop is from
Augustus Gloop is
that's
from Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
And you do
thinking
not
of
look like him at all.
Brucey, what is it, Baumger from Matilda,
Yeah.
the guy that was shoving chocolate cake in his face. So I felt like I looked like him with the way my hair was cut, and my beard looked like I had chocolate cake shoved in my face. And I was like, I think I need to lose a couple pounds.
That normally you
that
look
dude was
like
no, go
Lord
ahead.
Farquaad.
Yeah, normally it's Lord Farquhar from Shrek.
Some of you will die.
It's a sacrifice.
That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yeah, but you know,
Isn't that
it's gotta grow.
Isn't that John Lithgow? That
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
is
John
the-
Lithgow.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Talk about an
Duloc
underrated.
is.
Crazy. What is
Jesus
it?
Christ.
Duloc is.
Duloc is my favorite place.
I was gonna say perfect place.
Wipe your shoes, watch your
Face.
wipe your shoes, wash your face.
If you go back and watch these Disney movies as
They're
adults,
funny.
like,
Oh,
Oh,
God.
dude, those were not Disney. Those were DreamWorks.
Pixar.
Oh,
Pixar,
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
Those DreamWorks.
They
yeah.
add a little bit of
Zest.
This will be funny for adults in
Yeah.
the middle of it.
you
Well,
gotta
come
put
on, it's
something for
Mike
the parents.
Myers, man.
Yeah.
So we're on
I
to
got
the.
a question for Mikey.
Go ahead.
So, Mikey, I got to understand your thought process here. So, Friday night, there's terrible thunderstorms, tornado warnings everywhere, sirens go off, and instead of seeking shelter, you decide to jump in your car and leave the shelter. I'm
no.
just trying to process what your thought process
Well, so I mean, I
There's
live
a
8
funnier
minutes
part to this
I
story.
live 8 minutes away now, so I was like, as soon as the sirens went off, like the clouds were there. So like Jim was like, we gotta go. I was like, all right, let's hop in the car and go.
Yeah.
So like I went to the guy. What's his name?
Rainier.
Rainier.
Rainier Lorenzo from HVC Cigars. The
Super
CEO
dude.
and founder of the company was at the lounge. We had an event going on and everything. And the funniest part of this story, I hate to cut you off, Mike, but I have to say it. The funniest part of this story is he's freaking out because he's never been anywhere around a tornado. And so everybody's like, oh, tornado warning, da-da-da-da. He's like, are we okay? Or should
Everyone
we
else
go?
is like,
should
I'm
we
hanging
stay?
out.
Yeah.
And we're all standing outside like, oh, look at the clouds.
Half the people were like, oh, let's go outside and look for it.
So
Indiana, baby.
if you haven't been to the lounge, the tornado siren in Ingalls is directly
outside the
across
door.
the street.
Right there.
Yes.
So it's loud as can be. And the tornado sirens start going off. He starts panicking, and then Mike walks up and he says, well, tornado sirens are going off. We're going home. And which only made Lorenzo even more scared because he'd never been any part of that before.
I panicked this poor dude. I felt so bad afterwards.
So he's freaking out, and we're all like, oh, we're just going to go outside and look at the clouds.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, he was saying, they have hurricanes down in Miami, so he's like, oh yeah, hurricanes happen. We just start a party. We just all party until it's over.
We just cook up a bunch of
And it's
food in
like,
case the power goes
we
out.
think hurricanes are bad, but tornadoes, we're like, oh, we're gonna watch it until it hits our house. We're fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I did go home and watch it, but like
Yeah.
the dogs were up. I had to get them out.
I
Yeah.
mean, in most cases with tornadoes, it's like if you're 200 feet away from it and it's going past you, you're in
good.
the clear. You're
Yo,
like, I'm
yeah.
good.
Watch the show.
There
You're
might be
required to
zero
video it.
wind, right?
Yeah.
You might be like, oh, this is a nice, comfortable breeze right over there. It's 180 miles an hour, but I'm good to go.
It's like the famous meme of the guy mowing his yard, and there's a tornado 200 yards away going by.
It's Canadian, dude.
is that
but
real?
yeah,
Is that
yeah.
Canadian
Oh, my
guy?
God.
So yeah, my thought process was I gotta go get the dogs. Like, I'll drive through a tornado,
That's
but the dogs were up. I had to go get them. They want to see too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we sat on the back couch in the sunroom. We watched the
We're
thunderstorm.
going to die. We're going to die together.
Yeah, we're a family.
Yeah.
We gotta be together. So we made it happen.
I love it. I love it.
It was funny. It was so funny when Will texted that. I didn't even think about that. I was like, hey man, it was nice to meet you. I gotta go home.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to
Well,
die with you.
I was thinking exactly what Will texted when he texted it.
Yeah.
I felt so bad. It's this poor dude. He's freaking out, and I just made it worse. That's my bad.
So, Breeden, have you gone through the lovely city of Effingham, Illinois yet?
I am just approaching it, I think.
Ah, yes, the cross at the crossroads. That's
Bro,
how
Yes.
if you have
Yeah.
time, Breeden, stop by A1 Liquors.
Oh yeah,
A1, okay.
A1 and
It's on the Effingham exit. It's
There was-
right behind the
oh,
barbecue
okay.
place.
Yeah.
maybe that is where I stopped.
It might be. There's a barbecue place attached to it. And
Okay,
the
that's
liquor
not where I
store is
stopped.
it's pretty big. It's off the Effingham exit where
So grab barbecue and bring it to us.
what's the sign, Scott? It shows you it's the world's largest like rocking chair or something. Like you'll start
That's
seeing
not
all those
Effingham.
signs. Oh, it's after that.
That's after Effingham.
Yeah.
It's after Effingham.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where A1 is.
No. It's
Okay.
on the Effingham exit is where A1 is.
There was another liquor store there, and it looked pretty new. Like maybe they
Yeah, this one was not new. It was like a log cabin looking
There's
place
a
connected
there's
to
a
a barbecue
freestanding
place.
liquor store there too.
Top Shelf.
Yeah.
Top Shelf
Shelf.
beer, wine, and spirits, and they had a tasting bar. They had
Nice.
5 or 6 of their own picks. I actually got their Jack Daniel's bourbon pick.
Ooh.
and we ended up drinking pretty much all of that down at Lake of the Ozarks.
Oh, nice. Well, A1 was where I got those seagrass at for like $60.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there
nice.
you
Which,
go.
which at that time was insane.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Oh, I think I did go to A1.
because they had a bunch of barrel picks of like all the. It was almost like an elite, where they had like a whole section of barrel picks, just like as soon as you walk in the door.
Yeah, Effingham is kind of this little weird like honey hole because they had Lions Liquors that's there, and they had the bottled and bond E.H. Taylor for $65.
Not to be confused with Lion's Den. That's a totally different
Correct.
store.
Oh,
Lions Liquors versus Lions Den.
They might be
Scott-
next to each other.
They had a dozen bottles just on the
Scott
shelf.
brings up the bottle and bond. Did you see that they're going to add that to the BTAC line? The E.H. Taylor bottle and bond
Really?
Really?
is adding to the BTAC.
Is it going to be like more than a 4-year?
I don't know. Do you know anything about that? It's got to be more than
It's got to
four.
be. It's got to be. It's going to be. It's going to have some big age statement on it. I mean, I can't imagine it being less than.
Well, it's
12 or
about
14
time.
Years.
Yeah. I mean,
It's about time that they added E.H. Taylor to the BTAC line.
Right.
That seems
Yeah.
like a long overdue thing.
I just figured it would be something more like barrel proof or I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they've done enough E.H. Taylor releases, that it seems like that's the right move. I mean, you've got Sazerac and Eagle Rare and the William LaRue. And the Buffalo Trace line, right, kind of leads to the George T. Stagg.
Right.
Yeah.
So it seems appropriate to do
It's
an
a good
E.H.
progression,
Taylor.
yeah.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see them, bring something else that I can't buy. So
Yeah, I was going to say, you'll never have it.
yeah.
So
You'll never
Breeden.
see it.
Yeah.
So Will, we're actually drinking the old 55, the original release of the sweet corn cast drink.
Yeah,
right
pass
now.
that down.
So we'll try. We'll try.
That's a special bottle.
That
Yeah.
was a special bottle. We'll see if there's any possibility we save any for you, but there's not a
Yeah,
real good.
good luck on
chance.
that.
Probably not going to happen. It is really good.
It
You know,
is
So
good.
good.
I've never been like a huge sweet corn whiskey guy, and I remember when you first had this, I still was. I
don't know if I've ever had it.
I don't know that I was like super impressed by it, but having it now, your palate changes, you learn more.
Yeah.
Just your likes, your dislikes, those kinds of things change.
Yeah,
It's excellent.
it
Yeah.
is. And
Smells
honestly,
like fruit
and
stripe
I think
gum.
Will and
Yep.
I have talked about this a lot. I
Just
think
it-
this
well, the flavor
first
lasts a little
release
longer.
was the best release that they've done of the cast strength. All of them have been good. This one here was special. First one to come out is
Yeah,
it's amazing.
You ever take a cold draw of bourbon? That's what you can do with these big wide mouth
I
cups.
know. Yeah, we're,
Hey,
Will,
take-
you'd like this. I don't know if you're just like if you're watching it all. Probably not because your eyes were probably on the road.
Should be
but
driving.
Yeah.
We do have these.
I'm driving, yeah.
We've got these 9-ounce like wine cups, the plastic wine
The-
cups.
Plastic cocktail cups.
Yes, that have the huge opening on it. So trying to get a nose on any of these are challenging.
You just got to cover it.
Yeah.
Oh, cover. There you go. You just cover with your hand. Okay, so Heine's dropping a little knowledge on us.
Yeah.
Cover
So-
most of it with your hand.
So Mike, go ahead and take a sip and then retrohale it. No, I'm just kidding.
Pull it out your nose.
Getting a real hint of.
Okay, oh,
Mike's sinuses are now open for the first time in May.
Yeah, this one's killer, man.
oh, it's so good.
This is great. This is very.
This is not one you sip on all day long. This is one you have a good pour of it, and it's just really good. So, hey guys,
Love seeing all the families out here at the
Yeah.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway coming
Hey,
out,
bud.
She's
making
got
new
the
race
monkey.
fans.
Did you say monkey?
She's got a monkey.
Oh, and I see a kid with the Indy Motor Speedway logo on his hat and
Yep.
a blue baseball glove in his baseball.
yeah.
He is ready to be out
Wait
here
for
and
that
have some
home run to
fun.
come over
Yep.
the fence.
And looks like
This
the
one's
one
got the bat.
bringing up the back here. He's got the bat. Looks like a little 3-year-old.
he's the
working
troublemaker of the whole family
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. He's like, wait for me.
So Lisa just jumped in the chat. She said, I told Rainier to chug his pour and then take a chair out and he can watch the storm in the clouds. And he knew I was joking, but I think it helped settle him down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry.
that's the weird thing. If you're not from the Midwest, you don't realize we literally go outside when the storms
Yeah.
hit.
Sorry, brother.
Yeah, you
The siren's going off. It's like a call to arms. We
It
all just
is.
walk outside
It
like,
is.
ooh.
Just
like,
hold your
what-
ears
what's
when
here?
it points at you.
Yeah,
It's real freaking loud.
it's very
it's so loud.
That siren is loud.
Well, if you ever listen to us when we were recording on Saturdays,
1202, baby.
12:02
12:02.
hit every
They
day.
do the
That's the
test.
practice,
Yeah.
and man, Gosh.
It's either
I'm a
CCX
little,
or the CSX.
I think as the crow flies, I'm a little less than 2 miles from the lounge, and I can hear the siren when it
Yeah.
turns and
So
is facing towards our
I
house.
wanted it to keep going off because I wanted to see if we could hear it from our house, and by that point it had stopped.
It
So
had
I
stopped,
still
yeah.
don't know if we can hear
You
it. from the
probably
house.
won't hear it inside, but you'll hear it.
Oh yeah,
you'll
our
be
house
outside.
is quiet as hell. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I live in a little rural town outside of Anderson, and there's 2 sirens in our small town. So when they start going off, there's no not hearing it.
Yeah, and yet
So-
Pendleton, where we live,
No
all
sirens.
3 of us live, they have no sirens. And they had a massive tornado go through there that did a lot of damage, and they still didn't put a siren out.
And
I'm
their
like,
justification was, you can't hear the siren inside your house. One, that's wrong.
Yep.
Exactly.
Right. And 2, they have a town park that's one of the biggest in the state. It's over 200 acres. And people drive from like an hour away to come to Falls Park.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, if there was ever a place that you would put a freaking tornado siren,
Yeah.
Pendleton seems like the place you would do
They
it.
they should put one at the school.
Well, it's
Yeah,
funny
that'd be
because
perfect
on the
spot for it.
Put it at
Pendleton
the school.
on the
Yeah.
Pendleton chatter page on Facebook, everyone was like, "Oh, sirens are going off again," and everyone was like bitching about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, if they weren't going off and you
Yeah.
couldn't hear it, everyone would be complaining that it didn't go off,
Exactly.
and now you're dead.
That's
Yep.
the
So, like-
BS channels, all that is.
Yeah,
man.
like-
every town has a chatter page.
Yeah, that's
and they're
that one.
all just literally just a shit
It's
show.
Yeah,
it's
I
great
dropped
for
off that
commentary.
page.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm here for
I am
it.
in no way employed or paid by the Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge. This is fun. Like, I get to do
Yeah.
this podcast. Thank you, Rob, for having me on the show. I love
Thank
it.
you for doing it.
And I posted on there because you had live music. I was like, hey, I'm out experiencing, like, having some live music and listening in at Final Third. And Pendleton Chatter was like,
No business sharing.
No business sharing. I'm like,
Yeah, come on.
I'm like a patron. I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, let's not support local businesses. Cool.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So
Thanks.
I left.
Yeah.
the
How many
page.
posts are hashtag, the stable or whatever?
I know. And they all
and
get
they,
trashed.
those all go through.
Yeah.
Oh, those go through? Yeah.
Well, look what
Well,
happened.
I don't. I'm not even a member of Pendleton Chatter anymore.
I
It's
got you.
honestly,
Get it.
you're better off for it.
Yeah. Janelle's like, did you see that Pendleton Chatter? No, I didn't.
No, please don't tell me anything
No,
about it.
I don't need to know about it. It's not that important.
No.
Pass.
Love it.
Yeah,
When are you-
hard pass. Hard
Are you
pass.
going straight home today, Will?
Why did I hear my name?
Yeah, I'm gonna head straight home. Yeah.
Nice. Well, cool, man. Well, safe travels coming home, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
Hopefully you
I
don't
mean,
have
if
any
you're at
issues.
Effingham, that means you're like what, about an hour and no, about just
Hour and
under
a
2
half.
hours from here.
Hour and a half, yeah.
You're literally going to be driving within
Yeah.
a mile of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I mean, I'm
Stop
just
see us,
saying.
buddy.
You're gonna be coming in on 70, so you're not that far.
I know. I think my daughter probably would rather me get her home though.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's
I
fair.
get it.
No, you used her as an excuse last week.
I know, right?
You only get 1 a quarter.
Yep.
That was a different daughter.
That was a
We
different
got
daughter.
3 of them.
Oh, man.
So you get 3 a quarter then.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Hey, real quick though, Rob, I just wanted to shout out Cuban Creations down in New
Yeah.
Orleans. I
Yeah.
spent some time there. Great cigar lounge. Fun time there. They got a great selection of bourbon. Little pricey, but nonetheless, you're not going to find a better selection probably in the French Quarter for sure.
Yeah.
I agree. I
Well,
love that place.
We talked about him last time you went down there about maybe going down there to do a show. So if we actually go to PCA next year, maybe you can talk to the guys there and see if they mind if we show up and do a show there.
Yeah.
I can hit them up because I know the second year we were in it, we were talking about it, and actually I had talked to them and they said they would love to have us down there, but
Dude, that'd be great.
I don't know if there's still the same people involved with it or not, but I'd like to do that. That'd be a lot of fun.
Well, since Will goes so often.
Yeah.
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 He's got his frequent flyer card.
Yeah. He's got his punch card.
Yeah.
And by the way, getting bourbon for cheap in the quarter is
Is
not
impossible.
really
Yeah, it's
a
not gonna happen.
thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. $155 for a pour Eagle Rare, I'm
If
sure.
you want a good cigar, or want a cigar and a good pour, that's one of the best places in the quarter to go for sure.
Yep.
We got it. That's going to be awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
All
so.
right, guys.
Yep.
All
All
right,
right.
buddy.
Well, you guys have a good one. We'll catch you later.
All right,
All
buddy.
right,
Drive
safe,
safe
man.
travels, brother. See you.
All right. Bye.
Will Breeden, everyone.
That is
That
our
Scott
Will
Judge
Breeden.
himself.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's on his way home from, family things and traveling.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's doing his stuff, but
Yep.
yeah.
We're getting close to cars here. We're
We're about
getting there.
40
40
minutes.
minutes
yeah.
out from
we got
having
40 minutes
cars.
left. Can you believe we
Wow.
have 40 minutes left?
That's
That-
it.
This went
That's
really
it.
fast.
It
Yep.
did. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Well, we're still
it's tough.
smoking.
It's
almost
tough
time
not
for
to
number
have
2.
fun. I know. I'm about ready to get
Yep.
my second
Yeah,
cigar.
I think I'm going to switch over to beer because I killed that last old 55.
I'm definitely.
I got fizzies.
Yeah.
Old and ready to go.
I got some. I brought your flights too.
I wish
so.
I could drink beer again.
I've got
God dang it.
I've got Two Hearted that'll be over there. I know Janelle's around somewhere, so I'm sure she can get me a beer.
I'm gonna say I got a Tall Boy Fizzies.
I can almost
There
reach
you
mine.
go.
Well, and shout out to my
Miller
boy,
Lights, right?
shout out to all of
There
our
you
boy
go.
Grant for driving me down here. I don't have to worry about
shout
where
out.
is Grant? What's he doing?
Oh, he went with Jen over to buy
He was
some
looking
stuff.
at some merch.
They're
Yeah.
gonna buy some
Ah,
merch.
yeah.
So.
He needed a
Good,
shirt.
yeah.
He
He had
said.
to go buy his $150 awesome shirt that Scott's got on
All
over
right,
here.
yeah. So I will say I love this shirt.
That's a great shirt.
It's an awesome shirt, like collared. I mean, I could wear this in a lot of places, even though it's checkered, which typically is kind of abrasive and loud. But
No, not for
it's
this.
Not definitely not at the 500. But
Yeah.
I feel like I could even wear this in some other places.
It's
That's
classy
like
enough.
that's like Indy 500 camo.
Yes. Yeah.
You just kind of blend into everything going on.
I didn't wear my checkered outfit today because I wanted to save it for next week.
Right, you're saving
we,
for Carb Day.
We went to Grand Prix last weekend with Will, Liesel, and Grant.
Yep.
And I wore it, and coming in, one of the CSC ladies at the gate was like, "I remember you. You were here last year." I was like, I know.
By the way, Scott, is this the first time you've ever, well, probably not the first time, but looking out here and seeing the different people around here too? You got everybody from the dude up here with no shirt on, getting ready to party, to people in sweatshirts and jeans, still cold because the weather's still cool.
We got miniskirt tank top
yeah,
Yep.
and then hoodie, and then cargo pants and another hoodie.
yep.
So yeah, it's
So yesterday
it's a wide gambit.
it was even funnier because for the first day of qualifications, I'm always in the B stand penthouse, and don't get all excited about the penthouse. It just means the upper set of stands.
Yeah.
Here, right?
It's
That's
still
just
nice.
it's great.
It's a nice place.
still great.
That
view.
that to me is the best seats in the track. And
First turn, finish
there's
line.
almost,
You can see the second.
You almost never see those tickets go for sale, right? Those are 25-year, and really those are more like 50-year. You have to have 50-year.
They go down generations.
So you don't, if somebody dies, they can pass their tickets on to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
The person that they pass them on to does not get the seniority, but they can renew the tickets in the
renew the
same
tickets,
place. So a lot of those are multi-generational tickets up there. It's some of the best tickets. We're always on the front or the second row, which is kind of hanging almost over the track in turn one. And we're in the sun until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 1:30. So I'm shirt off, of course, right? I had an IMS photo guy come up and say, "Hey, can I get a photo of you pointing to your tattoo?" Because the wing and wheels on there,
Wing and wheels, baby.
which was fun. But you went up to the top, and everybody's in sweatshirts, and they're got gloves on, and the hoods are up and pulled tight, and tied strings and everything. It was, I'm not kidding, it was probably 20 degrees colder.
Yeah.
20 feet up. Just
And at
'cause
the same
wind could come
time,
through.
we're at the Miller Lite party deck in turn
You got
4.
the hellacious seats there, yeah.
And
those are great.
Other than a little bit of a breeze, it's 76 and sunny.
Right.
And everybody's in, shorts,
You're
good. You're good, Lisa.
t-shirts,
Don't worry
whatever.
about it.
We were hanging out the whole time.
Liesl just spit out her drink.
Spit take.
Liesl said she was so hungover she
Hey.
wasn't drinking, and then she was the first one to
First
crack
one
a
to
beer.
crack
this
a
As
morning.
soon as we're done, as soon as we're done,
It was
we're
after
roll
9.
racing
It
down
was
the hill.
fine.
All right.
She's gonna roll race down the hill.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
It's funny.
We'll move the camera.
I should have put the videos on the computer today because today all my memories came up from
Yeah.
our Saturday of last year.
Last year, yep.
Hanging out in the parking lot where the scene of the crime was.
Where
with Scott-
Bushwhacker happened.
Yep, Bushwhacker did happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
The
pushed
Bushwhacker
Bardstown
was
through a
bourbon
hedge.
bottle disappeared.
Strangely, there's these beautiful shrubs that they've obviously manicured.
they were.
It's all squared and everything, except for this
Except
one
for that one.
spot where there's this dip.
Yep.
I'm
like a
pretty sure that's where
person-sized dip.
Bushwhacker decided to do a swan dive
Through the bushes.
into the hedge line, which was.
There's still vomit in the bush.
I saw you. I remember looking at you and
Not
thinking,
the same person.
I remember thinking, I should pull out my camera. I really should have my camera. She's about to do something hilarious. I should have my camera out. And I didn't take it out. And you just were looking and looking and looking. Like 30 seconds just standing there trying to figure out
Oh,
this
she measured
bush.
it up.
And then you finally just take half step back and dive right into the hedge
If you
line.
ever need help sizing up
Yeah,
a bush,
There we go.
I'm hoping to go back to that place,
And try
I gotta,
again.
yeah, a
That's-
year later.
you want to go back to that state of mind or you want to go back to that
No,
bush?
well, I
Yes.
mean both. I have to be in both.
Those bushes are quite a bit bigger now. I would really be concerned about you getting impaled.
No. She'll get the.
Oh, no,
the
I've been
hiney
impaled.
booster to jump into it. You'll be fine.
We can do the tandem swan dive.
Then I remember
Gotta
the
hold
next
hands.
day,
Yeah.
Liesel's like texting us, and she's like, "I'm so sore because you did the worm."
Yeah.
And like I think I
Yeah.
pulled 3 muscles in my back.
There's a video of that somewhere.
There is video.
forget
of the
who had
worm.
it.
Yes.
Well,
Pull that out again.
it's funny because
Yeah.
her legs were all scratched up from the bush. It
Yeah.
reminded me of the 4th of July when I hit Jen with
Jen
the
with
drone.
With the drone.
She's sitting there minding her own business. All of a sudden, drone comes in.
She still has scars on her legs. I feel so bad. They're still there.
Well, you've scarred her for life in more ways than one.
Yeah, I marked her. Which one's yours? The one with all the scars on her shins.
Yeah.
That was me.
What'd you
Oh,
do?
that was me.
I
Oh,
fell
that
down the
was me.
stairs.
That was 2023 right there.
Oh man.
I love my wife.
It's memories.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
it.
I noticed Janelle looked really, really happy when she came. She says, "Did you guys say my name?" And I'm like, thinking, your cheeks look really red. How many Malibu drinks have you gotten into so far?
I mean, come on. It's already afternoon now.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
It's
I-
fair game now. It's open.
I just love when they're having fun.
Oh, yeah.
When they're in
Absolutely.
a good, not to say that they're not always in a good mood, but when they're in a good mood and having fun, I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's
You
the
know,
best.
that brings up a good point. I do feel like it's easier for dudes to kind of get together and have a good time just in general. It's
if
like
the wives are also
you can be having
a good time.
real shitty day, but I'm just saying, even when the wives aren't around or whatever, the guys are just like, "Oh, you guys are all having a good time? Yeah, I can have a good time too."
Yep.
And you jump into it. The wives will show up and then they'll be like, they'll be having a good time or they're not.
Yeah.
And when they are, it just
And-
makes it better.
Yeah.
Right. But when they're
Well, I mean-
not, it's like they can't get into a good time.
Right.
Dude can
Look-
show up and be like, "I can get into a good time." The ladies really can't.
What did Jen?
Oh, look, Grant's coming back with a new shirt on.
Oh, there we go. Look at Grant
Uh-oh.
But to that point,
with Alan as well.
to that
and
point,
Jen.
how many people do you see walk into the lounge with a shitty look on their face, and after sitting there for 20 minutes and somebody walks up and starts talking to them, completely different
Yeah.
person.
whole
Yeah.
day
Yeah.
gets better.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they're at the big table, they're out on the patio, and they're talking to 12 people they don't even know.
Shout out!
And
Shout
all
out
of a sudden,
Big
now
Jimmy.
they're best friends.
Okay,
Jimmy,
we need
yeah.
to bring one of our friends on here.
Yes.
Can he use your mic
Yep.
for a minute?
Let's go, Josh.
All right. So,
over here, Josh.
so this is Josh Prine. Josh has been on the show. He was kind of our I don't know what, our interview guy, like flagging people down last year at the campsite on Card
Slash
Day.
mascot, maybe.
Now,
in
now,
there.
Josh, you got a new job here a few months ago, working as an IT consultant. You and I both work in the IT world, and you got to do something really, really special. Tell us what you got to do here for the last few months.
So, everybody knows that the IMS Museum closed for 18 months for renovation and everything. So, as part of my new job, I actually got to be in the museum during the final construction of it all, and actually providing the IT services that for the museum, and that was as cool as hell.
But you got to see like everything
I
as
got
it's
to
coming
see
in.
everything pre-opening and everything.
Yeah,
that's
I even got
awesome.
to see them bringing in all the cars.
You showed me some pictures of that, and they had like
Oh.
the tires like wrapped in plastic.
Yes, they wrapped all the wheels were wrapped in plastic for probably two reasons, really. One being protecting the tires themselves,
preserving them.
But the tires are kind of sticky, anyways, so it protected the floors. But it was very cool, and with this new museum, which everybody needs to go check it out. It is 3 floors. So in the old museum, you only had the one floor where you could see some of the history of the track and a lot of the cars. But in this new museum, like I said, it's 3 floors. You start by walking down what they have a mock of Gasoline Alley, and there are 4 different stalls there that represent 4 different eras of Gasoline Alley.
And the garages,
That's
right?
awesome.
Yes, in the
Yeah.
garage, for the garage area. And there are cars and other artifacts from each of those eras. And it is a very cool piece there.
And it's super interactive,
Oh,
right?
yeah, it
like
is.
it used to be, you walked into the museum and everything was kind of, it felt like what you think of traditionally as a museum.
It is. They
Right.
have one area with the qualifying zone, which is the really interactive part there. There you can do mock tire changes.
I saw
there's
that. That
other,
looks really
there's
cool.
other kind of STEM type activities there for kids. This is a very kid-centric area.
That's cool.
They even have 6 simulators that you can try out racing.
I thought it was 8. Is
there.
it 6?
What?
6 simulators?
6.
Okay.
Yep, there's 6 of them.
Those things are like, what are they, like $50,000 a piece or
Oh
something?
yeah, these are the ones. If you are here
This is what
during
the race car
race,
drivers do. They practice tracks on that.
oh yeah. The very cool piece about the new museum is the starting grid or the starting zone there. Okay,
Yeah.
so once you walk through the gasoline alley exhibit there, then you walk into what they call the starting grid, and in there, when you walk in, is this huge room, and the replica is to simulate, race day, the track. And what you'll see there is you'll see 3 cars lined up right there. Those 3 cars are the 3 cars that are the starting 3. So the special thing today, currently, if you go there, they will have the 3 cars that started on front row last year. But after today's qualifying, they're going to change that to represent the 3 that are going to be starting for this year.
That's cool.
And
now
that will
that's-
change.
So that's
cool.
it's a screen that goes, is this where you're talking?
Well,
That's
there
the
is a
area?
screen in that room there. And so the idea of that whole screen, and this video is about 10 minutes long, it runs on loop, is to give somebody that's never been to a race the experience of race day morning and the start of the race. I mean, the video starts at 6 a.m. with the cannons going off, showing a little bit of the fireworks, and just show highlights of all the activities up until the start of the race. There's a screen in front of you, but also right above you.
It rolls. Like the screen
Yeah, the screen
goes,
rolls.
Yeah, over
And
your head.
During this video, there's different things that they'll display on there, but one of the coolest things about it is they show you the flyover on there and everything. And not only that, but when they get to the point where they're giving the command to start the engines, you hear these 3 cars start up and rev and everything. I mean, it is
They don't
cool.
really start, but the sound in there I've heard is like,
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah, it's
rumbles.
the
Like
sound.
with the flyover, absolutely
yes.
rumbles you.
And the
That's
first
cool.
time, well, I've watched this thing several times as I was working in there, and they were doing the testing and everything like that, and I was talking to some guys
Working.
there. Yeah, right? Working. But I got the same chills I get every year on race day watching that and everything. And so that's kind of thing, bringing new people in and sharing the experience with them there. But then when you get past that, there are cars, all different cars there from different winners, down in what used to be considered the basement. Right now, they've got some other cars, but right now they've got basically a NASCAR exhibit right there for the Brickyard 400, all that. The 3rd floor, the mezzanine, has all kinds of different artifacts that the museum has. Last I heard, I think they have like 50,000 artifacts that the museum owns that most people have not been able to see a lot of because, the limited space and everything.
And they
They've
only
got a lot
cycled
of
them
those
through,
artifacts
yeah.
up there, not just from the 500 or the Brickyard, but other events that have happened here at the Speedway. The F1, the Balloon Race, and there's history pieces up there that, talk about the history of the museum, of the track. And then there is a whole other gallery that is curtailed by the Penske Corporation. It's actually the Penske Gallery there. And so you walk down through this hallway and you see the race suits of all the winning drivers, information on there. And then when you get into the gallery, there's actually some cars in there. There's engines in there. It is very cool. I mean, this is a museum where you could go in there multiple times a year and
See something new.
see something new
So-
and not be it's not like where the old museum.
You went once
could
a
go,
year,
you could go in
once
there
every couple years,
every
actually,
few years
yeah.
or something and be
Yeah.
fine, right? This thing here
Yeah,
is completely
So
amazing.
they do, I think it's $25 to go to the museum.
Yes, so-
It used to be, just so you know, it used to be $6. right? It was $6, but they revamped this thing. It was only one floor. Then they kind of added a little bit for about a decade. They had a second floor, the mezzanine area where you could go up. Now they revamped the whole thing. Very interactive. You can see all the cars. They used to do a special like basement tour, but now all the cars are on display. They don't have them where they're swapping them out.
Yeah.
It's super interactive. And they actually, if you live in the area or if you come here for multiple races, they also do an annual pass. I think it's like $120.
So
something
yeah,
like
so the
that.
museum has different levels of memberships.
Yeah, memberships. There
and
you go.
everything. There are different levels. Yeah, they start around. I think around that. I looked at one that was like $175, and that actually gets you 2 passes, 2 name passes, and then I believe like a 1 or 2 guests
to go in with
to
you.
go in there.
Gotcha.
And then there's other activities that the museum will actually do that you can actually, purchase to go to. They've had a couple of them here recently. One was an evening with Joseph Newgarden.
Wow.
And it was a very small group in there. Probably 50 or so, I think, maybe a little more. I'm not exactly on the number, but it was a question and answer session there. Doug Bowles is there.
Two-time Indy 500 champion.
So.
And Doug Bowles, former president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, now president of IndyCar.
Yes.
Local
and
guy.
Anybody that doesn't know, Doug Bowles is the best thing that has ever happened to this track and this series. His love of this sport is going to drive this series to new heights.
Totally agree. Totally agree. So if you're in the area, make sure you check out the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum.
Yeah.
It's a great thing. Josh, thank you so much for giving us the
Yeah,
details.
thanks, buddy.
Appreciate that, brother.
Appreciate it,
Yeah,
buddy.
it's absolutely amazing. I haven't been there yet, but I've heard really, really good things, so I'm excited to go. We got somebody who just showed up here.
Yeah, he's got a cigar
I
hut.
like
Cigar
your
Hut t-shirt on,
Cigar
Fort Myers,
Hut.
Florida.
There you go.
Yeah, he's
Rob, he's been
got
into the
Fort
lab.
Myers.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And he's been to the lounge.
Yeah,
He's been to the
Good seeing
final
you,
third.
buddy.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
So we got a new fan here. He's gonna come hang out with us.
Awesome.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you so
I
much.
just love the Cigar Hut shirt. I've been there. It's in Fort Myers. So
Is it pretty awesome?
Yeah,
I haven't
it's
been.
a great place.
Oh, yeah, it's a neat little shop. It's
Okay.
Right in the middle of downtown Fort Myers Beach.
Okay.
All right, right in Fort Myers Beach.
Yeah, they were open the day I went there.
Is that a joke? They were not open?
Well, remember the harbor?
Oh,
like the harbor
right,
one.
right,
Oh, yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
the
yes.
harbor, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
And it looks like we got an AJ fan. There we
Yeah.
go.
Yep.
The ABC Supply Company. So have you been here
Nice.
every year since '67? Almost.
Wow.
Missed a few. All right.
That's awesome.
What's your current streak? What's your current streak?
How many years in a row? Should have brought the
Got to think about it. 5 years. All right. Well, I'm hitting 25 this year. Yeah. I'm. There you go. Yep. Oh goodness, you're one of the guys that drive a van in here and would you set it on fire? No.
This is pre-crazy.
Pretty crazy. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's not. Let's not set anything on fire.
No, don't do
Yeah.
that now. Look, it's.
Beer and my buddies, and we'd sit back there in the North 40 and party all night.
Oh man.
yeah.
Bonsai it in here, park it on the fork turn on the fence.
Well, my friend, come and see us on Carb Day. We're going to be out at
Yeah.
Lot 6.
Lot 6 in the
Straight out there at
campground.
the campground.
We'll set up again.
We're
Yeah.
going to be
We'll have
set
the
up.
same
We're going to be on
setup.
at 8 a.m. on Carb Day. That's a show note for everybody. Next week actually this week.
This week.
Well, this week. Yeah.
Holy shit, it's this week.
week.
I am so pumped. Yes, it's race week. So we'll be out here, Carb Day. Thank you so much for being a fan. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the cigar. That's a good one
You got
there.
a cutter here.
We got.
Oh, nice.
Of
Love
course,
it.
he's got it.
He's prepared. He's a
he's
cigar
set to
smoker. Of
go,
course he's
yeah.
prepared. Love it. Well, thanks for stopping by, brother. Appreciate you, man. Cheers.
Scott, I got a note.
We got
Have a good
note
day,
here.
brother.
Artist doing stuff for merch this year.
The what's
Oh,
doing
let's
merch
see it.
now?
There's a local artist up.
We have a local artist
over
who's
here.
doing some merch.
Come over here, grab the mic.
His name is Justin Patton.
Justin Patton.
Oh, that's it. Just local artist.
That's it,
Need a
Justin
lighter?
Patton.
Here.
That's all the. But here we go.
That's
Hold it that
very
way,
cool.
that way.
Yep,
I'm going to
that's
have to
all
go
right
over and
there.
get one of those for the shop.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
He's got
Here, hold it up.
He's got everything.
There you go.
He did a new logo this year. It's really cool.
Got this cool little
Okay.
ornament here.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Is that
I like
what
that.
it is? It's an ornament, tree
Yeah,
ornament.
this one's
Okay.
ornamented. They have
Smoke!
stickers, They've got shirts. They've got all kinds of stuff.
Awesome. I'll have to come check it out.
Again, if you're walking
Love
by,
it.
we actually have a lot of cigars right now.
Yep,
if
yep.
you
We have a
want
bunch
one,
of samples if anybody wants to try
yeah, if
one.
anybody's looking
Yes.
for a cigar, go ahead. Just stop in. We'll be happy to give you a cigar.
Yep.
Yeah, cigars, stickers. We got them both. If you want to take
we
a
love promoting
podcast
it.
sticker or a lounge sticker, we got them.
So I'm smoking
Yeah.
this Primos. You
Okay.
familiar with this?
no idea.
Yeah, I
No idea where I even got it.
So the cold draw on it was extreme, like cocoa.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually like pretty
thought it might have been
awesome.
infused,
It's
huh?
a little not infused.
Okay,
No,
okay.
not infused at all. It just like it had a really nice aggressive cocoa
Okay.
note to it. This is the Primos by Blanco Cigars.
Oh, Blanco. Yeah,
Blanco,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm not familiar with them, but
Yep.
this has been in there a while because look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That cellophane's got a little yellow to it. This is
A little
the
bit of
estate,
oil transfer.
estate selection Maduro. It's a Toro size. The draw's a little tight right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll loosen up on
It'll
me
open up a
as
little
it
bit for you,
goes.
I'm
but
sure.
Yeah, Blanco
definitely.
Cigars. So he's actually in the family of the Placencia family.
Ah, okay.
I believe it's
Yep.
Placencia. So he's actually has
I feel like Placencia is tied to so many.
he is.
Yeah.
But they actually have a brand just outside of Tampa. It's on the intercoastal side there. I can't remember the name of the town, but it's between Tampa and the coast.
Why Mama?
Maybe.
A lot
That's
of-
where my grandfather
lot of
Deland.
cigars.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's right
Hey,
there.
Alan.
Alan Humphrey.
Hey, could you grab me out of that underneath your ass? Could you give me a two-hearted, please? Two-hearted. A two-hearted beer.
Beer.
As far as I'm concerned,
Gotta
So-
switch to fizzies.
it should be the official IPA of the
beer.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
I grabbed a Siempre. It's a sun-grown. This
Thank you
one's
very
from
much.
Dapper Cigars. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I've had a lot of the Dapper Cigar Company products other than the Siempre.
Well, you met
like this was one that I
you
knew.
met Kunal.
I did, yeah.
So he actually represents Dapper
And
as well.
I think he gave me this one is why I
Oh,
recognized it,
I got you.
and it's pretty good.
It's a good cigar. Yeah.
It's medium plus maybe, but it's good. It goes well with beer, which nothing goes with beer, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah,
But of course
kinda
I'm drinking
curious, like,
sours.
this
so.
is probably not going to work with
What
my
beer are you
IPA.
sipping on, Mike?
Oh, this is Dewclaw. I got some Dewclaw, some
Sour Me?
sour me. It's peach sherbet.
Nice.
Sounded good.
Yeah.
Is
it?
Liesel still around here? No, she's off somewhere.
Yep.
Liesel,
She found a bush.
She
Yeah.
found a drink. What's this new canned drink?
Carbless.
Carbless,
It's a vodka-infused cocktail drink,
but not carbonated.
non-carbonated.
Huh.
So,
Oh, so it's like you opened it, left it out overnight, and then drank it.
but it's still good. Yeah.
That's what I like
Still
to
good.
But
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
we just
Yeah,
started
love it.
carrying them.
We
Nice.
got a new one we're gonna probably bring into the lounge too. It's a
Bourbanola?
Fresca. we'll get that too, but it's Fresca. It literally tastes just like Fresca you get out of the store.
Is it like
But
hard
it's
Fresca?
it's vodka Fresca.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that one?
It's really good.
Is that a
Anybody a fan of the Boys series?
seltzer?
It's a seltzer.
It is
Yes.
a seltzer.
Yes, it's
Okay.
vodka seltzer. Yeah.
Boy, the seltzers and the cocktails in the can, they're really coming on. Like
Yeah.
they're
We're-
starting to get outside of like these super sugary sweet things. And
Yep.
Getting into stuff that's a little more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're looking at. We're gonna go over to Daniel's Vineyard here soon too. They have a lot of wines in cans now,
They do.
which
They
work
do,
out
yeah.
great. So we're gonna go over and do a tasting there and figure out which
They're
ones we want to
not
bring
bad.
in.
What
So-
was the wine in the can that we had down at the Cigar Bash, at the Derby City Cigar Bash? It was pretty solid, actually.
Oh, I don't remember. It was the last guy. I'll have to look up the picture. I
Yeah,
can't
think they
remember
had
what it
a-
was.
They had a
It was
Cabernet, and you would think like Cabernet.
Janelle had
but
it. She would
was-
know what it. She might remember what
Yeah,
it was. I don't
actually
remember.
really good.
It was actually Liesel had it too. Dang, that's gonna bug me now.
Yeah,
I hate you brought
yeah.
that up.
Well, no, I
It
guess
was
the
good,
point
though.
is,
Yeah.
don't sleep on the products in a can. I mean, obviously, cold beer has always been delicious.
Yeah.
But there's just a lot more that's coming
Yeah.
available, and especially when you're coming out to the track. No glass on the viewing mounds, no glass in the stands.
Yeah.
If you
Yep.
try to walk in with a cooler and you have glass, they will make you remove it.
Yep.
That being said, you can bring anything you want. If you want, like, as long as it's not in glass, if you want to bring like a gallon of whiskey, they don't care.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite things. A lot of racetracks, you can't bring anything in But the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, there's no way they
Shout
can.
out to Woodford Woody.
Shout out.
Yeah, thoughts with Woody.
Yeah.
We know he's
Yeah, I wanted
got
to
some
make
health
sure we got
struggles.
that
He
out
was
there.
not out at the track yesterday. Missed it because I was looking for some Woodford. But Woody,
Shout out to you, Woody.
Shout out,
praying,
Woody.
praying for you that everything goes well and
Yep,
that
yep.
you get back to full strength here quickly.
We need
Yep.
the Woody.
We do.
Bring the
We
wood.
do.
Bring on the wood.
Bring the wood.
And the Woodford. Well, we're about 15 minutes out now from.
Yeah, so we probably need
from
about
Go
10
Fast,
minutes.
so-
10 minutes left in the show here.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
get going here soon, but
Yeah.
man, I'm loving all this stuff that we tried today. This was really good. Sorry, Gene, we didn't go super far into the cigars if you're listening, but this was kind of a hodgepodge of cigars today. I see
Nothing
Will
new
brought
right
out
now.
his handy dandy. What'd you put in there?
Honestly, that's backbone.
Backbone.
Nice.
Barrel strength backbone.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
the pick.
That's a good looking little
Oh,
decanter
man.
right
Yeah,
there.
I
A little-
love
That was
it,
from
man.
Moondrops.
Awesome, man.
Love it.
I saw that
Appreciate you,
Moondrops
brother.
on there. Shout out to the boys down there. We're going to be
Absolutely.
there.
Thanks for the
June
share, man.
7th,
Yeah.
we'll be out there.
Have a good day, brother.
I will
See you,
not
buddy.
be at Moondrops. I'm disappointed to miss it, but I'm not
Eh,
because
you got a good cause.
Yeah.
we'll be at UFC 316. That's gonna be fun. We'll make sure and post pictures on Scotty D Smokes.
Well, look,
Yeah.
we're going to be holding it down. Me, Rob, and Will Heine, because I don't think Breeden's going to be there either.
yeah, I think
so.
Breeden couldn't be there.
Yeah,
so
I think
it'll be the
Breeden's
three
out
of you.
too.
Yeah, Jen and Liesl are going to get their tattoo fulfilled because it was supposed to be our appointment.
Yep.
But you're
Yes,
going to your
I'm
UFC,
going to UFC.
and I'm doing Mash Bash. So they're going to the tattoo appointment, and we're going to hold it down at Mash Bash. So
So if you're looking for something fun to do, June 7th.
June 7th, yep.
Moondrops. It's Fortville, Indiana distillery there. They're going to have, I don't know how many distilleries and breweries out there. They'll have food. It's just a really good time to come out and hang out with a bunch of people that love what we love. So, and we'll be set up there doing the podcast from there.
Heck yeah.
You'll be able to smoke cigars there. We can't really
Near
sell
us.
them
Yeah, near
there,
us.
but we'll have cigars. So
It'll probably be just like last year. We'll be set up near the front towards the entrance.
Yep.
And right around us, there will be a couple tables and tents. That is the cigar smoking area.
Yep.
Yes.
There is no walk and smoke. They want to keep it confined to one area
Yeah.
instead of smoking freely.
Yeah.
So there will be a smoking area. It will be by our tent, and we'll broadcast that. So come join us.
Yeah,
You know, we'll have some
absolutely.
stuff. So,
So
Pretty good
also coming up, May 28th. So just after the race.
28th. Yep.
We've got the Espinosa Cigar event.
Espinosa.
Yep.
Yep. So we'll have Tyler Jones and Jack Toronto
Yep.
out
It's
there.
going to be a very bizarre event.
It's very bizarre.
According to AI,
Yes,
yeah.
AI
AI
apparently
is
wrote
pretty
that
funny.
description.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's always love having our friends from Espinosa, and
Yeah.
we love the Espinosa cigars. Absolutely fantastic. Anything else that we know that's coming up?
May 31st,
May
we
31st.
have music on the patio. So
Yes.
we got a band coming
out
in.
on the cigar garden.
So we're gonna actually be, breaking in the patio for the season and get some music going that day. So that'll be a good day too. We're working on a few other events coming up. We don't have any dates yet, so I'm not going to say anything
TBA.
about them. But
Look, shout
we
out
got
to all
some
the
stuff coming.
clubs. You know, Kevin Clausen
Yep.
and his
Yeah.
bike gang and not gang group. Kevin and
It's a
or
club.
what's-
Kevin and his club.
Josh
yep.
and those guys and the debate teams, like anybody that wants to come out and hang out, like we're always welcome of everybody. If you want to bring your
Yes.
club out there, just come hang out, man.
Just
Yep,
join us, yeah.
absolutely.
If you're
Yeah,
bringing more
and-
than 20, maybe give us a head up.
Yeah, let
heads
us
up,
know.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't hesitate. Like if you have questions, hit us up on the socials. Everybody that's on the podcast can answer a lot of questions. And
Yeah.
if there's something we
Yeah.
can't answer, we'll just give you over to Rob and Lisa and help you get those.
We'll find you an
that thing
answer,
figured
yeah.
out, and we'll
Yes.
get an answer for you.
Yeah.
It's been pretty fun to see groups come out to the lounge.
Yeah.
Agree.
And it's especially fun when you get a chance, like, somebody comes in that maybe has never been to the lounge and there's a group there. And,
Yeah.
and they just get pulled right in.
Yeah.
Right? You just get pulled right in and you get to, like, talk and meet people and get to be, have that experience out there. So,
Yeah.
by all means, whether you're by yourself or you're in a group or whatever, come on out to Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge. It's always a great time.
Yeah. Yeah.
man, it's been a great year.
It has been. It's been
It's
a
only
fun
May.
year. It's been a fun year.
It's only May.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
We haven't even made it to Tuesdays at the track yet.
We're just
No, I
finally
know.
getting to good weather.
June
Yeah, we're just
17th.
getting- We're just getting fired up. June 17th, Tuesdays at the track. That's
Yes.
what we'll be.
Only
Yes.
just begun.
June 9th when they
Today,
start on Tuesdays. June 9th. I don't know who all can
June
make it.
9th.
Oh,
I think
June
that's what-
9th.
I think
Oh,
that's
we
what
thought
I
it was the
heard.
17th.
Well, Keith said June 9th last night. He actually works at the track.
One of the two.
So
But
maybe
it's
it's
one
that
of those two. But we'll be out there on Tuesdays coming
All
up
right.
in June. So
Starting in June.
We
We'll be
haven't
there.
really paid any bills, but we'll do this one real quick. Harris
Yeah.
Future
Harris
Park
Future
and
Park.
Casino, live racing going on right now. Standardbred racing always at Harris Hoosier Park. Right now, Wednesday through Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday through Saturday. Tuesdays to be added here in early June. We did have the Preakness.
We
yesterday.
did.
And I want to, in the last 5 minutes, I want to talk about this. So
That
I don't know
was
if
a
you guys
great
saw
race.
Frankie Munoz's introduction to that.
I didn't.
I didn't either.
I gotta say, man, I'm a firstborn, but of course, Frankie did Malcolm in the Middle, and he was the star of that show, and he talked about being in the middle because the Preakness is in the middle, and so just like people don't pay attention to the middle, and he just did all this like really great read through, like whoever wrote that, whatever he said, it was awesome.
Yeah,
like it was really awesome. I was like, I have now got goosebumps for this race that I don't think I've ever watched it even once. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's part of the Triple Crown, but it's kind of like you always think the Derby and the Belmont. And, there's that Preakness, whatever.
middle.
Yeah. And, man, it was a great race.
It was, and that number 2 horse, what was his name?
Journalism.
Is that what it was?
Journey.
Yeah, he was journalism. He was a favorite.
I'll tell you what.
But the
I
number
don't know
9 horse, who was
number
the
9
long
was
shot.
the long shot.
Man.
See, and I don't know if this is what happened, but when number 2 got bumped,
oh yeah,
it's like the adrenaline kicked in that horse, and he made up like 3 legs on that horse in the lead and won the race.
It was. I've never seen a horse sprint like
incredible.
that. It was amazing.
I think he just got a little spooked because that guy was beside him, and he took off.
Yep.
And it was a great ending of the race. And there was a little controversy at the end because of the bump, but it didn't affect the top 3.
It really didn't.
No.
And congratulations to the 9 horse coming in second.
Yeah.
He was a 19-1 long shot.
Somebody won some good money on that one.
Absolutely. Yep. If you had a place
Wasn't
to
us,
show,
but yeah.
none of us. Mike sent out what the picks would be, and we
I
all
did. Shout out to Flippy.
Yep, I laid a $1 box.
I did a $1 super on it, and I missed it by
$24,
one.
man. That was a
by
big
the
bet.
one horse,
but-
didn't you? Yeah.
I missed it by one, but
Yep.
You know,
That
you gotta
9
go
horse,
with
who
it,
knew
but-
was
I
that
know.
9 horse, man?
I should have thrown him in there. I always throw one of them in there.
I bet
on
that
one of them,
superfecta
but-
paid.
And I missed it.
I bet it paid big. I don't know what
I'm
it
so
ended
sure.
up at, but yeah.
But it was actually a really good race. It was a good race.
It was, and we're looking forward to a good race coming up. Some qualifying today out at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We live out here. We're going to be here watching the action go down. Practice starts here in about 8 minutes. I'm sure the drivers are all walking to their cars right now if they're not already in some cases, and we'll see what kind of speeds they can put up today. I'm still guessing 234 and a half.
I think you're right.
You think that's about it?
With the lack of the wind and everything else
I can
going
almost
on.
see him get to 235 today.
That'd
be nice.
That'd be big.
jump.
It'd be awesome if it did happen.
I would love to see it happen, and honestly, you couldn't have better weather conditions for it to happen today.
Totally agree.
This might be one of the best qualifying days they've ever had here.
Yep.
All right. Well, I know.
I'm excited.
We got to kind of wrap this up. We know that cars are going to be going around here real soon. All the pre festivities are going to go on.
More drinking.
We'll be drinking plenty out here.
I'm on cigar number 4 already
sober.
today.
I'm on
now
cigar
noon.
3.
Or
So
1.
Yep. It's always a good day at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Really appreciate everybody joining us live on the podcast.
Hit
Remember,
the button. Bottom left.
Bottom left.
That one.
There
Bring
we
it
go.
up.
Just remember, we'll be out here at IMS Lot 6 for Carb Day. That is Friday. We will be 8 a.m.
Live at 8 or live at 9?
Live at 8.
Live at 8.
Yeah.
Live at 8 a.m., 8 to 10.
And
if
Lot
you're at work,
6
you
is-
can't make it out. Lot 6 is right just outside of Turn 4,
And
just
it's
south
also
a little bit.
you can look it up on GPS. Lot 6
It's
is
on Google
GPS.
Maps.
Yes,
it is
yes.
on Google Maps. It is marked on there.
Yep.
Just look at where the T road is. That's right where we're at. Come out and join us. We're gonna have breakfast sandwiches until they're gone. We're gonna have Bloody Marys and screwdrivers and whiskey and cigars and the whole 9 yards. So
In the big chug bottle.
Before we
Exactly.
go
That's
here,
right.
Mark Pruitt, come over here. Mark Pruitt. Get over here. Come here, Mark. We might have to restart this song. We gotta end this. Come here, Mark.
Oh, okay. We're gonna hold on for one second.
we're not gonna end this
back
yet.
off
Get
for
over
one
here.
second. Mark Pruitt.
I saw it.
What's up, Mark?
This is Mark. So Mark,
What's up, buddy?
Mark and his wife Jennifer, they were the ones that bought Jen's X3,
Oh, okay.
nice.
and
Okay.
we've been friends. So
And I've been trying to run into you about every VM event that
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That happens, man.
Longtime Pacers fan, longtime IMS fan. So Mark's a cool dude. Jennifer's great. So it's crazy. I saw you walk by. Yeah, there she is. Yeah.
All I heard was Jen and X3, and I was like, Mark's gotta be
Yeah,
up there.
Mark's here.
That's Mark. Yep.
So, yeah. Mark Pruitt, everyone.
Mark
Okay,
Pruitt.
now let's end it.
Yeah.
All right.
Good to see you, brother.
Fantastic.
All
All right,
right.
Mike, where can they find you?
You can find me at Boat to Visual, Spencer Lee's, and don't forget to follow the Final Third podcast.
Moto Photo Will on Instagram.
You can find me anywhere, Final Third Cigar.
You can find me at Scotty D Smokes, and this is the Final Third Cigar